prophesy the fall of the Babylon of America, you know, the destruction of America. But before we start, let's giving all praises to the Holy Father and the Son in the Paleo Hebrew tongue. Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Ha, Rakah, Kodash, Ma'amad. Double honor to the order of GMNs. Shalom to our order also Shaquan, and to our Bishop Kanak and all the brother here. You know, we hopefully we are part of that number, the 144,000 elect. You know, we coming here to prophesy, you know, to call our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American, to come back to the statutes and the commandment, you know, and this doctrine, it was given to us, you know, to the so-called Negro, Latino, and Native American, you know. Go ahead.
Nice.
All right. So basically, there's a lot of stuff going on in the world, okay? And people are steady embedded themselves in confusion, even though they can see, we call it a shift a paradigm shift in the universe. Everybody on earth can sense something is going wrong or something is about to change, right? So the Lord has everybody running to their respective places that he's designed for them to run, because it said, in the division of nations, he put a ruler over every people, but Israel was the Lord's portion. But 2/3 of our people have been like sheep, have gone astray. Well, actually, all of Israel went astray, but the elect were brought back to Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, to Yahweh through Yahweh Shai. So now the elect are going to understand and know what's happening in these times and what these signs that we're seeing mean, right? We got Israel going to war with Hamas, which really is Iran. And we know how prophetic that is in the scriptures. We got the ring of fire, right? Over top of us was the lunar eclipse. Annular eclipse, right? And not only that, 2017, we had an eclipse go across America like an X, like crossing America out.
Yeah, from 2017 it went one path, and then right now it's going another path, and then in 2024 it's going to go back across this path. So by the time 2024 hit, it's going to be the mid X over America.
That's beautiful, man. You know, and what is that? That's 7 years. 7 means completion. You know, just throwing that out there, not, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, we got all kind of articles. Let me read a couple article titles and give you an insight what's about to happen in the world. It says troops are on alert for Iran allies joining Israel-Hamas war. Who are some of Iran's allies? Russia, China. You know, two opposing threats to America, to the United States, to the European Union, to NATO, right? It says another one is Governor DeSantis declares a state of emergency for Florida over Israel, right? What does that have to do with Florida? That's just letting you know how much of an ally that the United States is to Israel. Because in 1948, the United States was the forerunner on that push of making Israel a sovereign nation, right? Now, another one. It says the United States must be ready for simultaneous war with China and Russia. These are the things that are going on in the earth, man. China and Russia, once again, two allies to Iran, who is right now fighting a war with Israel. And it's a proxy war with the Hamas, but if it comes to all-out full war, the United States is going to have to get involved, which means NATO is going to have to get involved. So what you're witnessing happening right now is World War III. If you want to call it a proxy form of World War III, call it that if you want to, but we're in World War III right now, man. So what should we be doing in these times? Regulating our mindset, focusing on what matters and leaving what doesn't matter alone. We don't have time to meddle with the shit that's nothing but distractions created to slow us down on our path. The slower we move, the slower these prophecies come to pass. The faster we move, that's how we hasten the day to the coming of our Lord. All right, somebody want to get Jeremiah 51:6?
This is Jeremiah 51 in verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance.
And the Lord said this is the time of his vengeance, right? Somebody get Amos 3 in there. Hold that spot right there. Gotcha. This is the time of the Lord's vengeance, man. So all these things that are happening, all these signs, all these trumpets that are blaring, right, on the earth, it's being brought by Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. All right, somebody got it?
I got it. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, verse 8. The lion hath roared.
Oh, go up. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city?
Verse 6, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid?
That's people, like the elder just said, all this stuff going wrong, and people don't even know what's happening. They live on this earth just as we do, but they don't even know what's going on. But it's the reason why they don't know. Go ahead.
Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it?
So anything that happened, who did it? The Lord did it. Ain't nobody else doing it but the Lord. Go ahead.
Surely the Lord, Yahweh, would do nothing.
Pause. He will do nothing, right? So he will not move till the set measures be fulfilled. The Lord will not do nothing but what?
But he revealeth his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
Right. So he's gonna reveal his secrets on what he's gonna do to his servants, the prophets, man. That's how we are in the know of what of the things to come, because he let us know before, so we could prophesy about these things before they come, so you know it came from the Lord. Because the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites of the Holy Bible. Go ahead, Saquon.
This is Job 33 and 14. For Yahweh speaketh once, yea, twice, yet man perceiveth it not.
Right. So they don't understand what's going on. The Lord spoke once, twice, but man perceiveth it not. The natural man perceives it not, but the spiritual man receives all things of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, because they're spiritually discerned, and he's able to receive them, right? But the ones that are being led by the flesh, meaning led by the earth, they're not going to be able to understand, because these things are spiritually given to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai.
Psalms 46 and 8. Come, behold the works of Yahweh, what desolations he hath made in the earth. He maketh wars to cease unto the end of the earth. He breaketh the bow and cutteth the spear in sunder. He burneth the chariot in fire. So all
he say he's gonna break the staff of the wicked, and that's what you're witnessing happening right now. The Lord calling for war, and he's gonna put a cease to all war. Yep. This is all being brought forth by Yahweh by Shem Yahushai and his indignation, his judgment on the earth, man.
Right. Yeah. Any bullet that's shot, any bomb that explodes, any shrapnel, anything, that's what the Lord's saying right there, that he's the one controlling it. All right? He starts the wars, and he's the one that ends the wars. Scripture says, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the Lord have not done it?
Peace out.
So the Lord's going to cause fear to come on to everybody on this earth, even the elect. But the elect are going to be confident. We're going to be frightened. The Lord wasn't a part of that number. We're going to be frightened a little bit. Yeah. But the Lord's going to comfort us, man.
The proof that he controls it is Revelation, 7? You ain't got to get it when he said, hold back the winds.
Yeah, come.
So the Lord starts the winds, and he can stop the winds.
Like, what did they say? What they say about Yahushua when he was on the sea? Who is this that causes the seas to cease? That even goes into the sea of people. When the enemy come rushing in as a flood, the Lord shall lift up a standard against them, man. Oh, you got that?
Yeah, this is 2nd Ezra chapter 4, verse 37. It says, by measure hath he measured the times, and by number hath he numbered the times, and he doth not move nor stir them until the said measure be fulfilled.
So as soon as these prophecies be fulfilled, then that's when the next prophecy comes to pass. When that one's fulfilled, that's when the next one comes to pass. Well, what had to happen first? Abba Bivens, which was Elijah, John the Baptist, had to come on the scene to turn the hearts of the children back to the father, and turn the hearts of the father back to the children. So that had to happen in order for us to get to the point where we're at right now. So with us having the truth, wisdom, and understanding of Yahweh by Shem Yahushai, what are we to do with it? We are to publicize it out in the streets like we are doing. Make these videos, put them on YouTube, and let the internet do the work, because we don't have to travel from city to city to city like we did last time when Yahushua was on the scene. But now we let the internet do the work for us, and we give the message that was given unto us by Yahweh by Shem Yahushai. All right, let's get back to that Jeremiah 51.
This is Jeremiah 51 and 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity.
So we physically got to be here, but we don't need to be cut off in the iniquity that goes on in Babylon, meaning being partakers of the foolishness that goes on here. Be like how Lot was. Lot was vexed to be in Sodom and Gomorrah every day. He was vexed with the unrighteous conversation going on in those 5 cities, man. But the Lord preserved them and brought them out of these cities before he destroyed them. And that is the lot of the elect, to be preserved until the day he's going to destroy this place and be brought out. Go ahead.
For this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense.
Well, who is that her? Babylon, man, the daughter of Babylon, the mystery of witchcraft, man, the great whore that sitteth the rider on the beast. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 51:7.
Hold on quick.
Yeah, I'm snatching this out. Amos 4:10. I have sent among you the pestilence after the manner of Egypt. All right, after the manner of Egypt. Hello.
So the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Israelites of the Holy Bible. Y'all are the Most High's chosen people. Father's name is Yahweh. His son's name is Yahushua. You need to know this.
I have sent among you the pestilence after the manner of Egypt.
Done. So all the plagues that were sent upon Egypt are going to be sent upon this place, man. But think about it. How the Lord preserved us in Egypt when he sent the plagues out in Egypt. Same way he's going to preserve us in these times right now.
I have a quick injection.
You got a quick injection? Go ahead.
Yeah. This is book of Revelation 18:3-4. For all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the king of the earth have committed fornication with her.
We'll talk about this later.
And the merchants of the earth are rich through the abundance of her delicacies.
All right, so now how did America make all the nations drink of her fornications? Right? Because not everyone conformed to Christianity. Not everyone conformed to the so-called American way in these other nations, right? But how did America make everybody drink of the cup? Through that dollar, man. America changed everybody, every other country through the dollar, man. Because you still got these other countries that don't believe in the broken wrist, things like that. America didn't fully Americanize everywhere, but through the dollar. That's why you see it's a monopoly scheme. That's why you see McDonald's in all these other places. That's why you see Burger King in all these other places. And that was funneled in through the dollar, man, through this trade route. So that's how all these nations got drunk and started boasting with America, man. Go ahead.
Number 4.
Oh, you had some more? Oh, sorry.
Revelation 18:4. And I heard another voice from heaven say, come out of her, my people, that ye be not partaker of her sin.
Right. And so that's the Lord pulling us out and bringing us into those chariots, man. So we won't be partakers of the sins of Babylon. That's was it Isaiah 26:20? You know, or 20 or 26, one or the other. Because the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to know that the Father's name is Yahweh, his Son's name is Yahushua, man. We are the Most High's chosen people. We are the Israelites of the Holy Bible, man. Go ahead, that was it.
And that ye receive not of her plague.
So the Lord is not going to allow the elect to receive of the plague, just how the elder was reading, the plagues that were sent in Egypt. How we're going to be pulled out. So our mind shouldn't be dwelling here, because anything that's left here is going to be burnt up. So if your mind is stuck on this place, you're going to be burnt up and right along with it. Go ahead.
Amos 4:11. I have overthrown some of you, as Yahweh overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Same way you're going to overthrow this place. And ye were as a firebrand plucked out of the burning. Yet have ye not returned unto me. So we represent that firebrand today that's going to be plucked out of the burning. The elect.
Somebody get Zechariah 13:1.
And this is Revelation 16:13. And I saw 3 unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon, and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet.
All right, so now you got the protection, which is the military. You got the financer, which is the dragon, which is the money. Then you got the false prophets, which is the religious system. All these things are set up by these devils right here. All right, these are the financial, political, and research institutions. All that falls up under religion. All right, they own everything that comes that deals with money. They have their hands on it. But these are all spirits of devils, man.
God, for they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of that great day of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Almighty.
All right, so those are the 3 things that America used to manipulate these nations. They used military, money, and religion. But the main thing was the money that caused everybody to start dealing with America. Didn't nobody want to deal with America because Christianity was so great. Nobody want to really deal with America because the army was so strong. They manipulated everybody with the dollar. They did use brute force with the help of NATO, but that dollar is what had everybody confused and everybody turned against their own ways, man. You got it, Jesse?
No.
All right.
Zechariah 13:1.
Yeah, Zechariah 13:1.
This is the book of Zechariah 13:1. In that day shall be a fountain open to the house.
14, slightly.
14:1.
Yeah.
Behold, Zechariah 14:1. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, and thy spoil shall be divided in the midst of thee.
Come
For I will gather all nations against Jerusalem to battle,
on.
and the city shall be taken, and the houses rifled, and the women ravished. And half of the city shall go forth into captivity, and the residue of the people shall not be cut off from the city.
Right. Now that happened already. That happened already, but look what's happening over there in Israel now. You know, that's the point of bringing it up. That happened already, but you see what's happening in Israel right now. Everybody wants to be an Israelite till it's time to be an Israelite. So we are exiled out of that land, and the Lord knew that he was going to bring judgment on that land. Keep going.
It says, then shall the Lord go forth and fight against those nations as when he fought in the day of battle.
Come.
Yep. So now the Lord is fighting against those nations.
Come.
The same nation that came up against us, now the Lord is returning the favor and fighting against them. That's Isaiah. That's what's that? Deuteronomy 34.
Come.
Or was that 30? I think
30 and 7.
Yeah, 30 and 7. All the curses falling on these heathens now.
Come.
Even though they scattered it over there in the land, in our land, that land is cursed, but that's not being there.
Come. All right, keep going.
And his feet shall stand in that day upon the Mount of Olives.
Oh, Slacker. That's the spirit. I didn't even mean to get that one though. That's the spirit. Let me get
We made it work though.
Zechariah 13.
Yep. When it says feet gonna stand upon the Mount of Olives, that's not talking about physically. That's talking about he's gonna bring his chariot over the Mount of Olives. That goes with Isaiah. What's that? 2nd Ezra 13.
Come.
He show up with his chariot.
Come. Give me Zechariah 13 and 8.
Yep. And where it say he saw an angel, it's in Revelations where he saw angels with his foot standing upon the sea and one upon the sand. That's talking about the Lord bringing his chariot over the waters and over the earth for judgment. He's not gonna physically come down and stand on the earth. You know what I mean?
Like Captain Morgan or something. Right?
Yeah.
13 and 8.
Yeah, 13 and 8 all the way to 9.
This is the book of Zechariah 13 and 8. And it
Dealing with the plagues that are going to come upon this place, man. Lord's what did it say? The fire is offset, man. So Lord's going to keep them coming back to back to back to back to back, bro.
And it shall come to pass that in all the land, saith the Lord, 2 parts therein shall be cut off and die, but the third shall be left therein. And I will bring the third part through the fire, and will refine them as silver is refined, and will try them as gold is tried. They shall call on my name, and I will hear them.
Boom. That's 2/3 of our people being left in this place to be burnt up, man. But the third part is going to be brought through the fire. First, the furnace of adversity and the water of affliction, right? Purifying us to become like gold, and then physically being brought through the fire like Hananiah, Azariah, and Mishael, man. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah 65 and 11. It says, but ye are they that forsake Yahweh.
That's 2/3 of our people that forsake the Most High, man.
Right, what he's calling right now. He's calling out. And the people forsaking his hand. They're smacking his hand away. When they hear his voice, they shrugging their shoulders, like the scriptures say, covering their ears. When they try to show them, when the Lord try to show them the prophecies and the visions through the prophets or through the spirit, they cover their eyes. They don't want to see it. The main thing in America is what? Don't talk news and religion. You know, so they blocked in those conversational areas. Isaiah 65 and 11. But ye are they that forsake Yahweh, that forget my holy mountain. So they forgetting all about where we come from. What's that? Hosea, where it say the ox knoweth his owner, the ass his master's crib. What's that? Isaiah 55 and 1? Or something like that?
Yeah, you want to get it?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead, brother. So they forsake his holy mountain. And when they see the Lord's prophets, what do? They disrespect us, they ignore us. You see that?
I got another one too.
Yep. So they forsake the calling of the Lord to his kingdom.
Somebody get up Isaiah 1 and 3.
Yeah, just real quick.
The book of Isaiah, chapter 1 and verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib, but Israel doeth not know, my people doeth not consider.
Right, because the ox and the ass are the two top animals of cattle, and they know their owner, but Israel don't know that their owner or their master's crib. What's the master's crib? That's their mountain, the home of our people, Israel. So our people do not even consider; they forsaken the Lord. All right, Isaiah 65 and 11. But ye are they that forsake Yahweh, that forget my holy mountain, that prepare, right? Because you got people that set up, just like the Sanhedrin. The Sanhedrin was set up, the builders. They were the ones that was set up to take care of the sheep. But instead, they forsook the Lord's calling, forsook their responsibility, and instead they decided to make merchandise off of the people, like ISUPK, IUIC. Some people have left their station. They don't even teach no more. All right, so they forsake the Lord's sheep. All right, this work. It says, that prepare a table for that troop, and that furnish the drink offering unto that number.
All right, go slow.
You want to break it down?
No, go ahead.
All right. So they furnish a table for that troop. That's not talking about martial law. What it's talking about there is two idols that they used to worship called, what was it called? Mene. You remember the other one? Gad and Mene.
Yeah.
Gad and Mene, it represents riches and wealth, that fortune. All right, and that's what they're teaching the churches. That's what they're teaching the Catholic churches. Everything about fortune and wealth. Even amongst Islam.
Gain is godliness.
Gain is godliness to them. So they prepare a table for these idols. See that? Everything they building up in the churches. Even with GOCC, I heard them this morning, they call the Lord Ahaya now. And they call the Messiah Yeshaya. So they're preparing a table. Their doctrine matches those idols. If they believe in Jesus, their doctrine, manifest destiny, is going to match those idols. And they're preparing for that. They're not us. We're preparing for the destruction, the judgment that's coming, blowing the trumpet for our people in the proper vibration so that they'll be warned. Because you can't blow a new moon harvest trumpet on a warning of danger trumpet. You got to have a distinction in the sound. All right? You'll be telling the people to flee with one sound. If somebody blow the wrong sound, they tell them to show up, and they get their ass slaughtered. So, you know what I'm saying? Interjections? Any points?
What you said in the scripture.
Okay, go ahead.
No, just the point the other was just making on the blowing a trumpet of an uncertain sound, man. It was I believe it was a Roman battle. They was fighting barbarians, and the barbarians learned the horn calls that the Romans would use in war. So they started mimicking them, and it caused disorder and disarray amongst the Roman troops, and they was able to beat them. So in a spiritual sense, if you ain't giving that proper sound, that proper trumpet, man, you're going to cause disorder, you know, and basically leading the people astray, like the elder was saying. And this is the precept. This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3. I'm going to start at verse 10. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with a fervent heat.
Right, and the heavens that it's talking about is Esau's rulership. You know, because it's going to pass away with a great noise. That great noise is the missiles, ICBM missiles, that blast. Go ahead, brother. And it says, in the fervent heat, it'll melt you even if you go and try to hide in the damn freezer. That's how fervent this heat is. They said it goes up to like 100 million degrees, more than the heat of the core of a star.
Wow.
Dang. Yeah, so that's going to happen in the Earth's atmosphere.
Wow. And those that high temperatures measured not in Fahrenheit or Celsius, it's measured in Kelvin. It's called Kelvin. That's like the hottest it can get. That's like nuclear fission temperatures.
And it's just from the light. That instant flash, whatever that light touches is going to burn it up.
Wow.
And people would have 3rd, 4th degree burns and they wouldn't even feel it.
Dude.
That quick. That's how fast it is. Right, brother?
Back at 2 Timothy chapter 3. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burnt up, seeing that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons are you to be in all holy conversation and godliness, man? So knowing that this place is about to be destroyed by 200 million nuclear missiles, the elements, everything in this place is about to be burnt up with a fervent heat. What manner of person are we supposed to be in all conversation and godliness, man? In your speech, your actions, the way you carry yourself, man. You're supposed to be hearkening unto the Lord Yahweh Shem Yahushua to the best of your abilities, man, obtaining unto this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. If not, you're going to get caught up in that said destruction.
Precept. Precept.
Interjection.
On the same interjection on what he was saying. All right, go ahead.
This is Ezekiel chapter 22, verse 20. Just to back up what the brother Gabal was saying about how fervent that heat is that's going to come in the destruction of Yahweh Shemel, and how our people are going to get caught up in it. It says, as they gather silver and brass and iron and lead and tin into the midst of the furnace to blow the fire upon it to melt it, so will I gather you in mine anger and in my fury, and I will leave you there and melt you. Just like what the elder was saying, the Lord is going to make this temperature so hot, and like the bishop was saying, it is measured in Kelvin. That's like the highest temperature it can be. So the Lord is saying that heat is going to be that intense and that hot that it's literally going to melt people, and that's a judgment. And back to what the brother Gabal was saying, according to the scriptures, like, if you know these things are to happen, what manner are you to be? If you know these things will melt with fervent heat, what mindset should you be in? Like, what path should you be walking according to Yahweh Shema Shah? The truth is, you need to be walking according to Yahweh Shema Shah in the scriptures.
All right, so yeah, he said, "What? I'll leave you there," and that's the choice he got. He can either bring you with him or leave you, and you don't want to be counted in the number of the 2/3 or with the heathens. This is Isaiah 65:12. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and that goes into the 2/3. And ye shall all bow down to the slaughter. The ones that say, I'm not going to get the, you know what? I ain't doing that. You know, I got morals. I ain't doing none of that. Well, the Lord said you're going to bow down to that slaughter. There's going to be so much pressure on you, so much fear placed on you. You know, pressure from above going to crush below. And they're going to run right into those buildings, those hospitals, man, to get that help. Run down to Egypt for help when they can't feed their children. When they can't go to the store and buy them Jordans. You know, or they can't cut their PS5 on because they got to have, you know what, to log in. All right. Therefore, a lot of people got hurt on that one.
Hey, that's why I'm glad I got an Xbox.
He saw ain't that serious, man.
Not my game.
Verse 12, man. The bearer of bad news. Therefore will I number you to the sword, and ye shall all bow down to the slaughter, because when I called, ye did not answer. So it's about this call. This call is very important. Us being out here doing this work, it seems like not important to a lot of people. But what we're doing is more important than any celebrity, any congressman, or government official, any preacher has ever done, any revolutionary has ever done. This is the real revolution. They say it will not be televised. It's going to be on YouTube. All right? So it says, because when I called, you did not answer. Now, how do you answer the Lord? You got to have a reaction. And you got to call back to him and say, I hear you, Lord, and praying to him and calling on his name. All right? When I spake, ye did not hear, but did evil before mine eyes, and did choose that where I delighted not. So the Lord is watching everything. His eyes are 10,000 times brighter than the sun. All right? So go ahead, brother. My bad.
No, definitely on point.
Yeah, no doubt.
So 2/3 of our people are going to be lost in the sauce. Now, so going back to the original point of the lesson, starting out with Jeremiah 51:6, brother. You want to bring that out again?
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 6. Flee out of the midst of Babylon.
That's the calling right there that the Lord is saying. Flee out of the midst of Babylon, man. I sent my prophets, my watchmen out here to give y'all warning of me. That's what the Lord is out here doing. That's what the men are commissioned to set up to do. You know? Flee out of the midst of Babylon. Get your mind up out of this place, man. Because if wherever the scripture says, wherever your treasure is, that where your heart will be also. So if you have treasures upon this earth, your mind is going to be set upon these treasures, man. and you're gonna be ultimately destroyed because you're gonna try to figure out a way to keep that shit and bring it with you. The Lord don't want none of that shit. The only thing that's gonna make it out of here is that spirit. So you better hope your spirit is intact. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
Flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of the Lord's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand.
Babylon has been a golden cup in the Lord's hand. The Lord's been using this cup to deceive the nations, man. That's what Esau was sent out for when he came out of the pits, to deceive the nations. That is his job. The Lord made everything to perfection. Somebody get Proverbs 16:4 real quick.
Proverbs chapter 16 and verse 4. The Lord hath made all things for himself.
The Lord made everything for himself, man. Everything was made for himself. Go ahead.
Yeah, even the wicked for the day of evil.
Even the wicked for the day of evil, man. That's what they were set up to be, the wicked, to bring this judgment, to bring World War III, to denuclearize the whole earth. The Lord set them up to bring the nuclear weapons on the earth, to bring his judgment on the earth, and being taken away from this earth after 1,000 years of slavery. That's what the Lord made everything perfect. When he wanted to make somebody wicked, he thought of Esau and crafted him to perfection. But that's the ultimate devil. That was it. Go back to you had an injection? All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah 25, 13 and 14. And I will bring up on that land all my word, which I have pronounced against it, even all that is written in this book, which
So,
Jeremiah...
All the judgments that's being written in this book, man, we had to live through it. The thing about it is the Lord preserved us to live through it. Not everybody else is going to get that benefit of the doubt. Only Israel gets that benefit of the doubt to salvation. Go ahead.
Which Jeremiah had prophesied against all the nations.
So Jeremiah is back here on the earth again, prophesying against all the nations, man, like he did back during the time of Babylon. Go ahead.
For many nations and great kings should serve themselves of them also, and I will recompense them according to their deed and according to the work of their own hand.
Well, what is it? 1 Corinthians 5 and 10 or 2 Corinthians 5 and 10? Every man shall sit in somebody grab it real quick. Go ahead.
This is the book of Jeremiah 50 and 25. The Lord hath opened his armory and hath brought forth the weapons of his indignation, for this is the work of the Lord of hosts in the land of the Chaldeans.
And then what land is that today? America. That's what it's referring to, man. The daughter of Babylon, Babylon the Great. The Lord has opened up his armory, man. Opened up his armory. What did North Korea sent like a few $1 million worth of the supplies over there to Iran or some shit? So the Lord is opening like a lesson. The elder just did a lesson about a new missile that Russia bringing for.
Yeah, they said 1,000 containers over there to Russia today.
1,000 containers of Russia.
Yeah, you know, we think containers like that, but it was one of them big shipping.
Yeah, ships like 40 and 50 foot containers.
Yeah.
Like that you see on the cargo ship. Loaded them up. 1,000 of them, bro.
Wow.
1,000 of them. That's like 4 of those cargo ships of containers, man. Yeah. So think about it, man. The Lord is opening up his armory. These are all his weapons, man. Even though Esau was, he put it in Esau's mind to bring forth these weapons for an instrument for his work, man. All right, who's reading? I asked for something real quick.
This 2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Yahushua Mashiach, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad.
So the Lord is giving you instruction on what to do. So when that day comes, that you'll get a crown upon your head instead of getting destruction. So the Lord is giving instruction on what we need to do. Come flee out of the midst of Babylon. Get our minds out of this place. So now you have a lot of people back in the day thought that meant to leave and go to Israel. But now those individuals, a lot of those individuals that left and went to Israel and are living over there today are getting evicted out of that land. You want to speak on it?
It was just he referenced in an article that I seen the other day. I believe it was either 40 or 50, so Israelite families. Would serve notices to be evicted out of the land, man.
But I heard it get evicted out of an apartment, getting evicted out of a house. How you get evicted out of a land? See what I'm saying? All those individuals following Benny Amin, falling behind him, thinking that that's the way to go. But that just shows that he didn't understand what the Lord was saying. But the true men of the Lord are going to stay right in the fire because they're going to have faith. That's like Hananiah, Azariah, Mishael running and trying to flee when they're about to be put in the fiery furnace. No, they maintain their integrity, right, and have faith in the Lord that the Lord. Mainly, they have faith in the Lord that the Lord was going to pull them out of the fire. But Azariah said, it don't even matter if the Lord pulled them out of the fire or not. They're still not going to bow down to these statues of Nebuchadnezzar. So it don't matter. It don't matter. It don't matter what people may see in the flesh, because all they saw was them going into the fiery furnace. They didn't see the work that the Lord was doing in the midst of that furnace. But he explained it. All right. So just like all they see is men teaching out on here on the streets. But they don't even know that this is our testimony for us to be pulled out of that fire when the destruction comes, man. So on the outside looking in, it's like it said, in the sight of man, they seem to have died because we done cut ourselves off from this world. We become dead to this world. So in the sight of, on the outside looking in, the sight of men, it looks like we died because we're not involved in the facade that this earth brings, that Esau brought to deter the minds of the people, to keep them in confusion, to find hope in nothing. A hope deferred is abomination to the Most High. So everything, every thought, or every idea, or anything that comes forth in this system is abomination to the Most High, man. No matter how you look at it, it don't matter how much money you got, it don't matter how much food you got stocked up, it don't matter how many churches that you're involved with. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is the truth. Because according to John 17:17, that's how the elect are going to be sanctified. So just, yeah, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 14:1. For the Lord will have mercy on Jacob and will yet choose Israel and set them in their own land.
Right, we're going to be set in our own land. So that's why the Lord cleaning it up right now. The Lord got to get them set of bastards to dwell in Ashdod. That bastard is Esau. And the Lord is cleaning up that land, making it ready for what? The bride. For New Jerusalem. That was it.
God, that's the point.
Come on.
You know, the Lord is going to set our people in that land, all right? They made haste and ran over there, acting like the 48ers, man, posing to be the people, even though they're the people. They went over there, but the Lord didn't require us to move our physical bodies. He required us to move our spirit, our minds from this place.
So ain't that something? During the time of Jeremiah, and the Lord told us to go into Babylon, and our people didn't listen. They went into Egypt. Now we're in Egypt and in Babylon at the same time. If you look at it spiritually, and our Lord is telling our people to mentally flee this place, but they want to stick around. So they're going to be consumed by this place. Who was reading? We saw Jeremiah 50 or 51.
51.
Book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, in verse 7. Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of her wine, therefore the nations are mad.
Right, so the nations are drunk of the wine. So the nations got drunk. So they started, you know how drunk people get together? They start boasting, sticking their chest out. What they call it, tough guy juice? That's what happened with these other nations, man. They felt like they were tough. The dollar made them feel tough, just like the dollar made America feel tough. So they're drunk off that juice, that Babylon juice, behind the dollar, man. So that's what caused the fornication, because all these nations were doing whatever they could do to get that dollar. So because the scripture says, it doesn't say money is the root of all evil. The love of money is the root of all evil. Okay.
2nd Ezra 15:46. And thou, Asia, that art partaker of the hope of Babylon, and art the glory of her person.
China became a mirror image of what Babylon is, America is today.
Yep.
So China really became Americanized. So guess what? They're gonna be partaking of the judgment also as well. Moab.
They pegged their currency to the dollar, remember?
Con.
And they pegged their yuan to the dollar, and they I think they rose the price of it so it could make the dollar cheaper so people could use it around the world.
Con.
And then in exchange for that, America agreed to get everything how you say it, manufactured in China for cheap. So they ate off of the dollar, man. Everybody was finding ways with that dollar to gain some type of hand or manipulation or position in the world. And China was one of them, just like Russia too. You see Russia up there doing the damn hokey pokey with George Bush on stage. Yep, with the dollar. You know, so yeah.
That was you talking about Daddy Bush? Like the big,
No, that was Young Bush.
Young Bush,
Yeah,
Young Bush.
Little Demon Bush. Yeah, Hellboy.
Con. All right, keep going. All the way to 12, I think.
Who?
What are you reading? I can't remember.
Rock.
Verse 8, Jeremiah chapter 51 and verse 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If so be, she may be healed.
Right, there's no way you can heal Babylon though, man. If so be, take balm for her pain. If there was some kind of ointment that the Most High could give, or somebody could give to heal Babylon, then he would give it to him.
Right.
But this place wasn't meant to be healed. It was meant to be just like Sodom and Gomorrah wasn't meant to be healed. It didn't matter what those people in Sodom and Gomorrah, those 5 cities did. But the Lord, it was set up to be a memorial, just like America set up to be a memorial of what wickedness is, man.
Right. So they tried to heal it. What they call it again?
Quantitative easing.
Quantitative easing. And what else? What was it? 1929. The Great Depression.
Great Depression.
Yeah. Then in 1987, it was called Black Monday.
Con.
And then all of the graphs that go into the NASDAQ or go into the yield curve, the interest rate, they all match the same. The one from 1929 and the one from 1987. The graph goes like this and then it shoots straight down. And guess what they landed on was Halloween. Each one, I'm talking about 1929, the Great Depression, and Black Monday, 1987, they landed on Halloween. And today, you can go and check the NASDAQ. It shows you the yield curve and everything, and it goes straight up the same exact point. And it stopped right there. And it went down a little bit before Monday or before Halloween coming up. So this could be it. This could be the drop. You know, because the 10-year bond investments, that's what's happening, is making a split. All right, America's losing money because they got to lower the bonds because the interest rates is going up. So they're going to lower the long-term yields bonds.
And then people get it misconstrued, like they see the prices rising in the store. It's not necessarily the prices are rising. It's the value of the dollar is depreciated, so it takes more dollars to buy these products because the dollar's not worth anything. Just like how it takes so many pesos to buy something. It takes like 1 million pesos to equal $1. I'm hypothetically speaking, but that's you're witnessing the fall of an economic system that's being pushed throughout the whole world. So guess what? It's going to be a global economic collapse, right? And they're going to try to prop it up with the New World Order.
That's a slow kill. That's why they on the shelf. You know, it's a slow kill. That slows down any panic. To have it done that way, to where the dollar is losing value, they can just come out and say it. The dollar lost value. People gonna start panicking. It's gonna be able to run over banks. You know, and people switch to something else. So the way they do it is they raise the prices at the store slowly. While the dollar is still, you look at it, we don't even have $50 no more. $50 bills. But $20 bill, it still says 20 on there, but the value is gone. And these people killing each other over the value that's written on the dollar, not that it's worth. I killed somebody with $100 yesterday. He owed me 100. Well, you only killed me for a penny.
Yeah,
that's how much the dollar's worth. It's like worth like 30 cents. Right, not even that.
At one point in time, before the Nixon shock, you used to be able to take $1 bill and get 1 troy ounce of gold for it. But then everybody said, oh, the price of gold is going up. The value of the dollar is going down. It takes more dollars to equivalent, especially when Nixon took away the gold standard.
Yeah, Russia used to give like 30. They used to get $30 for 1 bullion of gold.
Bullion, that's what it's bullion.
Now, you were right on your point.
Oh, come on.
I'm saying something else. So when they try to get a bullion of gold, which is a brick of gold, they would get $30 in return. But Nixon took that away. And then what you was talking about was what we went through. When we went to the bank, you could take $1 or you could take 12 shekels of silver and you can buy a foreclosed house by contract, but they took all that away.
Why? Because if they wouldn't have taken that away, people would have had natural commodities. People would have had commodities. There's no commodities like gold, silver, things that you could trade from an even trade. But you're not, when you're using the dollar, like all these countries that were giving America their gold and giving them dollars in return, America came up off that. Well, the elites came up off of that. They use America to bamboozle these other countries for their resources. They took gold, silver, oil, petroleum, anything natural resources that you can have, and they gave them dollars in return. It's kind of like the game Monopoly. It's really funny money. So now that nobody wants to deal with the dollar anymore, what does that do for America? Because what is America's GDP? They don't have any. What does America export at high volume but the dollar? That's it. So once the dollar is depreciated, not in value anymore.
Now it's information.
Right.
They're selling all you Americans information.
Yeah.
Every second that you're on the internet, they're selling that. That's why you're getting all these pop-ups. They're selling our information for $10,000 per minute that you're on there. We don't get to see none of that money. Hey, look, he's going to be on there today at 2 o'clock. The algorithm showed us that he's on there at 2:15 every day. So we can sell you that minute for $10,000 through Facebook, through an app. So that's how they get our information and sell it to these people. The time that you're on the internet, they sell that, and they pay to be able to pop an ad up on these certain apps. Like let me put my ad on your app, and I'll pay you $10,000 from promotion.
Man, listen, I had to sit in a finance meeting at my job. That shit right there, the marketing term for that is called tacos. It's called total average cost of like dealing with each click that a person gets off the information that they flood out there, the average dollar amount that equivalents to. And people pay for that, man. Our company pays for that shit.
Music industry ran like that.
Right.
Yeah. Paperclip.
PPC. Yeah. PPC paperclip, right? The PPC and tacos is the marketing scheme that they use to get people's information and kind of coerce them into buying shit, doing impulsive buying just as off of shit that you see. You might not necessarily want it, but you're enticed by it because it keeps flashing in front of your face.
That's witchcraft. They good at it too, though.
They excellent at it.
And they work on the children too, like with the new games like Roblox and stuff like that. You'll have your children run up and be like, "Hey, buy this, buy that." So now your children is like a part of the Internet of Things, and they'll drag in the adult that's not too internet or tech savvy into it as well.
Right.
Man, during the pandemic, what's the dude name? Travis Scott. He did a concert on Fortnite, sold out concert on the internet. Sold out. You literally saw it would look like the metaverse. You literally said all the avatars of people that were playing Fortnite at the time. They stopped in the middle of the game, and then he had a concert, and it was a virtual reality concert, and all the avatars for people that were playing Fortnite wanted over like 10 millions of people just at this concert dance around in the game. And all that's done based upon advertisement. They know when to plan it and when people are going to be on, when people are going to be off. They know everything, bro. That's what the internet does. So as they're making it work for them, we do the same thing and make it work for us.
Damn. All right, you got another one. I got another one like real quick, I want me. Damn, hold up, my bad. Unicorn. There you go. It's Job. This is Job 39 and 9. It says, "Will the unicorn be willing to serve thee, or abide by thy crib?"
Right. Can we make the internet work for us?
For Israel, the crib. Remember the asses master's crib? Will it work for Israel? Will it reach our people? Will they be able to block it? Hate speech. Canst thou bind the unicorn with his hands? And that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to bind up the internet. All right? They're trying to put all type of stipulations and internet police all over. In the furrow, or will he harrow the valleys after thee? Will thou trust him? This was the point you were making. Because his strength is great? Or wilt thou leave thy labor to him? And that's what we do. When we leave our lessons on the internet, we're leaving our work on there. All right? And we're trusting that throughout the day, people are going to see those lessons.
Yeah, we're not asking for private money for private jets so we can do the ministry. We let what the Lord set up to work for us.
It says, wilt thou believe him that he will bring home thy seed and gather it into thy barn. And we use the internet for that reason. Just like the same way the scriptures say somebody could take a piece of wood and use it for two factions, use it for evil or good. Look at Noah. Somebody could build the same wood, somebody could take that wood and build it an idol out of it. Or they could take that wood and build a ship to escape the destruction. So the same thing with the internet. You know, it's built for whatever you're going to use it for.
So if you think about it, the internet is a battleground.
Yeah.
We're actually fighting on the internet.
Right.
It's a battleground. You see a whole bunch of foolishness on, you know what I'm saying, on the internet. But in the midst of all that foolishness, you see righteousness from the men of the Lord posting these videos.
Yeah.
We become a cancer to the internet because they want to use it for the purpose of wickedness, right? But they see how much righteousness flourishes on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Even with the IUIC and ISUPK, they're still teaching Israel. That's a step in the right direction. They end up going off and becoming towards the side of the wicked. But even with that still is a seed planted, because we have brothers that are in the truth now that started on the ISUPK or IUIC, you know, but they were led into the right direction of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua. And a lot of times it came on the internet, from the internet, or for us of them walking past, you know, seeing us on highways and byways, man. So everywhere we go and everywhere we leave our mark is a war zone in this battle, this spiritual battle with Yahweh Hashem Yahushua.
Right, because you got vanity all over the internet. And adultery, everything is on the internet. They created a whole world out of it. You know what I mean? The same way Mike Pence said that space is a domain for war, the internet is a domain for intellectual or spiritual war. All right? This is 2 Timothy 3:2. For men shall be lovers of their own selves. What they call them, selfies. All over the internet. People get on the internet looking at selfies and shit. So you can use the internet for something bad, or you can use it for something good. All right? It says covetous. There's a lot of covetousness all over the internet. What's that? People like IUIC and them making filthy lucre out of people. Greed. That's what covetousness represents. Getting clicks and likes. Boasters. Everybody boasting all over the internet. Proud. Blasphemers. Vocab is a blasphemer. A lot of blasphemy. Look at the Charleston White, Christianity, everything that's in the world is on the internet. Blasphemy. Vocab Malone. Disobedience to parents, unthankful and unholy, man. All right, so just unrighteousness. Unrighteous people are all over the internet. So you got to make a choice which one you're going to be, or which one you're going to be influenced by. All right.
Jeremiah chapter 51 in verse 9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone, into his own country.
Everyone into his own country. But guess what? The scripture that we read earlier, an ox knows his owner and an ass his master's crib, but my people do not consider. So the Lord telling us to flee out of the midst of Babylon, everyone go to his own country. I mean, our mindset need to be on our homeland, Israel. But our people want to go, they want to be Muslim, so they want to go to Mecca. Our people want to be African, so they want to go to Ethiopia. You know what I'm saying? Our people want to be Christian, so they want to go to America. They want to stay right here.
Yeah, they want to go to the rich parts of Africa. they ain't going around the tribal, man.
No, they ain't going around there.
Cannibals and shit.
Right, but our people are so stuck in the facade of America. Yeah. All that is a delusion that Esau put out here, man. You know, I got into a conversation. I was on a business phone call for work yesterday, and somehow we started talking about the scriptures, right? And talking about Geno Jennings, that guy. And right, and I'm like, man, you say he's speaking the truth? Like, yes. I said, well, what about his face and his hair? Then she was like, well, yeah, okay, he does cut his. I'm like, oh, all right, then. So any man of the Lord is going to have 100% truth, and he's going to represent that, right? He's not going to be calling himself a Christian or whatever, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? So it's spiritual warfare going on out here, but people don't even understand who their enemy is. They don't even understand who they work for. That's why the Lord is giving instructions to fleeing out of the mind, getting our mind out of this place. You know, every man go back to his own land, right? Esau's going to be taken all the way back down to the pits, where he's from in Europe, and we're going to be taken back to our promised land in Israel. So that's why we need to put our mindset on us traveling back to our place. All right, we're going.
The book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, and verse 9. For her judgment reaching unto heaven and is lifted up even to the skies.
So the judgment of this place is reaching up to heaven. So if you're a part of this place, spiritually and mentally, you're going to be a part of that judgment. The Lord is going to have rage in his eyes, man. The Lord wants some answers for all this wickedness going on the earth. All right, he says it's going to be a sacrifice in Basra, man. This place is an altar, ready for a big sacrifice by fire. Go ahead.
Verse 10 of Jeremiah chapter 51. The Lord hath brought forth our righteousness. Come and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord our power.
And that's what we out here on the highways and byways doing, declaring the work of our power, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, in sincerity and truth. That's what's going to trump everything, the truth, man. The truth is going to stand tall. The only thing that's going to be left standing is the truth. That's it. So, man, Jeremiah 50 and 6.
It's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50 and verse 6. My people have been lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place.
So the Lord is telling everybody to go back to their resting place, but our people forgot where to go. So they never followed the Lord, man. Only elect are going to be able to follow the Lord, because he left no matter what captivity we were in, but the Lord was always a sanctuary unto us. Somebody want to get that Ezekiel 11 to 16, I think.
Ezekiel 11 and 16. Therefore say, thus saith the Lord God, although I cast them far off among the heathen, and although I have scattered them among the countries.
Right, so it doesn't matter, it doesn't matter where the Lord has scattered us. He was going to find, for the elect, we're always going to find a way back to that resting place, which is in the Lord, right? Go ahead.
Yeah, I will be to them as a little sanctuary in the countries where they shall come.
All right, so you think the Lord is going to tell us, give us a calling to return back to our heritage and not give us a blueprint or a map on how to get there? That's what these scriptures are for. That's what the church is for. That's what the calling is for, man, for it to follow the direction of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, back to our righteousness, back to our resting place. That's why the Lord say, rest in him, my burden is light. This yoke is not heavy, but the yoke of Esau is heavy, man. There's no end to the yoke of Esau. The end to the yoke of Esau is destruction. All right, go back to this. Somebody had a precept? All right, go ahead. All right, we'll get this precept out real quick.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 28, verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell we had agreement. When the overflowing scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves.
Boom. So I hope deferred is an abomination to the Most High. So 2/3 of our people have made lies their refuge, man. So now they're making all these lies their refuge, and truth is going to stand in the end. So think about it. Whatever you believe in, right? Whatever you're out here teaching is going to be a testimony, right, on how you're going to be in the end. So if you're not teaching the truth, right, as we get closer, as these prophecies come to pass, as we get closer to the end, your faith is going to start dwindling. Because guess what? If you're not teaching that the MOTB is the C-hip, right, and you're not wanting the congregation of it, so when they start forcefully pushing it out there, right, then what's going to happen is they're going to be like, well, damn, you told us that this ain't what it was, right? Their faith is going to depreciate because of that. Now look at that on the flip side, the people that are teaching the truth and sincerity and believe in truth and sincerity. Everything that we're teaching is going to come to pass. Those are going to be boosters of faith for not only for the individuals teaching it, also for the congregation that believe in what the individual teaches, right? Everything that Yahushua said when he was on the scene came to pass. It increased the faith of the prophets and the disciples, right? So when Yahushua had to go sit on the right-hand side of the Father, you know, they were spiritually intact. Because Yahushua came back down here and declared to them that and opened their eyes to everything that he was teaching them. Just like how he's going to do today. It's going to be magnified and made manifest when he shows up. that everything that we were speaking is true, right? And said, then shall they know that it was a prophet among them. All right, you got one? Yeah, please up. All right, go ahead. Now I got you.
Zechariah chapter 13, verse 4. It says, and it shall come to pass in that day that the prophet shall be ashamed every one of his vision.
Start at verse 1.
God. This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 1. In that day there shall be a fountain open into the house of David and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem.
To the whole world?
No. Not the whole world.
Done. It says, in that day there shall be a fountain open to the house of David and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem for sin and for uncleanness.
All right, so now we had to be purged and clean in order for us to be able to receive this truth. All right, somebody want to get
Well, Esau used to have whites on.
what? Yeah.
Segregation pools. Yeah, this is spiritual segregation.
Psalms 50. No, Psalms 51 and 6, all the way to 13. This is gonna be kind of long, but it's going on to your point, right? All right, with that fountain.
You said 51 and 6.
Yep, 51 and 6. That fountain. Hold on, real quick. Read that part again.
This is Zechariah chapter 13, verse 1. In that day there shall be a fountain open to the house of David and to the inhabitants of Jerusalem for sin and for uncleanness.
All right, so that fountain that it's talking about is Yahweh Shai, right? He is that fountain that's open to the house of David. Hold that point real quick.
And ultimately it goes into wisdom.
Come.
Because the Lord took the wisdom away from us.
Come.
But he gave the wisdom back to us through Yahweh Shai.
Come.
And that fountain goes into Revelation 22.
Yep.
All that. Because you got the tree of life. The tree of life represents Yahweh Shai and wisdom. But then the water that flows from it represents the Holy Spirit.
Come.
Truth, so.
Got it. That's beautiful. Yep. John 15 and 1.
It's the book of John, chapter 15 and verse 1. I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman.
Come.
Every branch in me that beareth not fruit, he taketh away. And every branch that beareth fruit, he purgeth it, and make it bring forth more fruit.
And that's the cleansing process that we go through for us to increase in knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Because if we're not cleansed of our sin, wisdom can't dwell in us because it can't sit with anything that's defiled. Keep going.
Right, you can purge the tree, you can chastise the tree, you can graft in the tree, but then you can cut the tree off and take the branch and use it for the use of men, to be burned and to be bundled. Damn, trodden under the foot of men.
But the ones that are going to stand up and trotting the foot of men or trotting these other nations are the elect. Keep going.
Verse 3. Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you.
Read that again.
Now ye are clean through the word which I have spoken unto you.
And that's the words of wisdom being spoken by Yahweh Shai unto us. So ultimately, once we're filled with that water, filled with the word of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, we become fountains also. Conduits channeling that water, the wisdom of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, the spirit of truth, right? But you have to have the spirit of truth to be able to receive that water, to be able to hold that water. But if not, you'll be a broken cistern that can't hold water.
We'll be baptized.
Come.
The word baptized means to be fully immersed in the waters. The water is the word. The word is the what? The spirit of truth.
Come. Go ahead.
This is Psalm chapter 51, verse 6. Because thou desirest truth in the inward parts.
Right. The Lord said he desired truth in the inward parts. Right. How are you going to be able to receive that truth? You have to be cleansed. Right. And Yahweh Shai just said, you are cleansed through the word that I have spoken unto you. That starts with repentance first. And understanding who you're repenting to. You know what I'm saying? It starts with understanding who your power is and repenting to your power. Right. And then from there, then you're going to be increased with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man. That's so beautiful.
These ABC camps, just like the Sadducees, the wicked Sadducees, and is it a pig or something?
Yeah.
It sounds like a pig getting slaughtered.
I mean, Edomite, so.
Yeah, what was the point? The same way these camps, like IUIC, GOCC, they clean the outside of the cup, but not the inside. The scriptures say the Lord desires,
truth in the inward part.
Inward part.
And that's where, like, you can't can't walk up to somebody and say, well, that's the truth. No, it's what comes out of somebody's mouth to really declare their wisdom of what they have. You know, so you're gonna be able to see. It's just like when was it Elijah when he was going against the prophets of Baal? Because ultimately that's what anything that's outside of the truth is really a prophet of Baal, man. Prophet of the devil, because it's deceit, it's deception.
They're entertainers too.
Come on.
They're priests and prophets of Baal, of the idols that they serve. Baalium just means the idols.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? So that's what they serve. Spiritual demon Satan in many forms.
Right. So the Satan doesn't matter. He doesn't care about how you worship him, whether it's directly or indirectly. Anything that's outside of the truth is a form of Satanism. Bottom line.
That's right. Anything outside of the light is darkness.
Right.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Psalms.
Hold on, real quick, you got to interest. Come.
It's the book of Sirach, chapter 4 and verse 24. For by speech wisdom shall be made known, and learning by the word of the tongue.
Boom. Then didn't the Lord just say, by these words that I spoken to you, now you are cleansed? So now we're looking for the cleansing agent, which we're going to get into that right now. Bring that out.
Psalms 51 and 6. Behold, thou desirest truth in the inward part, and in the hidden part thou shalt make me to know wisdom. Purge me with hyssop, and I shall be clean.
And he's talking about spiritually, right? There's a cleaning agent called hyssop that we used to clean the house and stuff with. But the spiritual hyssop is this word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai that's cleansing us, so we can be fully baptized. It ain't about dunking somebody in the water, because you can dunk them in water and bring them up, and they still be the same dummy that they was in the beginning. But it's all about purging, getting rid of the old water, the old wine, and putting in the new, so you can be a vessel to honor, not a vessel to dishonor.
Wash me, and I shall be whiter than snow.
And the white represents the righteousness, man, our integrity, our innocence. All right, it comes from the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, the spirit of truth. Go ahead.
Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones which thou hast broken may rejoice.
And that goes into the valley of the dry bones, man. That's how the bones are being brought together, bone unto his bone. Or we're broken as a nation through what? Somebody get Hosea 4 and 6.
It's Hosea chapter 4, verse 6. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no more priest to me.
So how you gonna be a priest unto the Lord if you out here lying? No, you're a priest unto Baal, Baalium, all these other idols that these other people are worshiping, man. You know, so you become adverse or to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai by teaching lies. That was it. Yeah, that was it. Okay.
See, thou hast forgotten the law of thy God. I will also forget thy children.
Israel got a bad memory when it comes to the Lord, man. Lord got to constantly keep reminding. That's why the prophets are out here right now, giving that calling, reminding the people of who their power really is. But our people choose not to consider, because people, 2/3 of our people want to stay destroyed. All right, Zariah.
Verse 9 of Psalms chapter 51. Hide thy face from my sins and blot out all mine iniquities.
So the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to understand how to do that. By repenting to Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, he will hide his face from your sins and blot out all your iniquities, and he'll give you a clean, fresh white garment, which is the spirit of truth, man. Go ahead.
Create in me a clean heart, O Yahweh, and renew a right spirit within me.
And this is King David talking, right? And this is the things that need to happen in order for you to be a true prophet of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, right? So he has to get your mind up out of this place in order for you to be an example, all right, for other people to be able to free their mind out of this place, man. You become a living testimony of what righteousness is, because you go through this purging process, right? Because what is Elder always says, the best teacher of wisdom is experience. All right, so now if you've seen somebody else go through it, the purging process, and come out clean, right? Then that's an increaser of faith for you to be able to walk that same walk. That's what Yahushua did.
Quick interjection.
Go ahead.
This is the book of 2 Timothy, chapter 2 and verse 3. Therefore, endure hardness as a good soldier of Yahushua Mashiach. No man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him who have chosen him to be a soldier.
So he's not going to entangle himself with the affairs of this life. So what is he going to keep his time doing? Go to verse 15 on that one.
Come on, this verse 15. Study to show thyself approved unto Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, a workman that needeth not to be ashamed, rightly dividing the word of truth.
Right. So you gotta keep your mind occupied on prophecy at your leisure, indulging into these scriptures, man. Right? Studying to show thyself approved. We call ourselves the hopeful elect, but we are, like Paul said, put on as the elect. And how do we do that? Engulfing our mind with these words, man. Saturating our mind with the spirit of Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. Got the interjection?
Yeah. 2 Corinthians 10:4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through Yahweh to the pulling down of strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalteth itself against the knowledge of Yahweh, and bringing into captivity every thought to the obedience of Yahushai. That's the point. And having a readiness to revenge all disobedience when your obedience is fulfilled.
So when your garment is made clean, your sins are forgotten. That's when the Lord's gonna put that spirit of wisdom in you to come out here to be a prophet of His, right? To be out, like, because no man that warreth entangled himself with the affairs of this life. So what? You gotta flee out of the midst of Babylon. Get your mind up out of this place. Don't become entangled. You see what entanglements do? Look at Will Smith.
I got one. I'll just let you know.
Oh, go ahead.
Sure? Mm-hmm. All right. 2 Timothy 2. That's crazy you said that. 2 Timothy 2 and 24. And the servant of Yahweh must not strive, but be gentle unto all men. Meaning we're not supposed to be out here physically fighting, Sakari. You know, we're supposed to be fist fighting to get people into the truth, or against people in the truth.
Right.
All right. And apt to teach, and patient, and meekness.
That's a point. That's a problem.
Yeah.
That's a problem. That meekness part right there is a problem, bro. Because people look at meekness as a form of weakness. Meekness and humbleness shows forth the utmost strength. Because I read it in a quote the other day. A man that can hold his silence in any given situation is a very powerful man. Because guess what? He doesn't feel insecure. He doesn't feel like he has to say anything all the time. He'll know when to say something at the right point, because he'll use wisdom to guide him. And that's what we use the Holy Spirit to guide us in correction, to guide us into correction and how to correct others and be compassionate while we're doing it.
Right. And another example of meekness is what he told the woman. He said, not in gold or pearls or costly array. He said, but is the man of the heart. You know, what's the man of the heart? That meekness of the heart supposed to be Yahushua and your spirit dwelling in you. So we're not supposed to be riding up on horses and wearing golden phylacteries and painting gold all over our garments. You know what I mean? Starting record labels under Lions Den. You know, Great Millstone record label. You don't hear that. No. See that? But Sakari and them, IUIC,
right?
You know, all these camps, man. That's not meek. The Lord told us to come out here and set up the same way the apostles and elders over at GMS and Abba Bivens and you know, King Mashah, Elder Yaquab. The same way they set up and came out here and taught it the same way the ancient prophets did in the past. Put on sackcloth, meaning a simple garment, come out here every week and do the Lord's work. And let your richness shine through your wisdom. Yep. Let me finish this real quick. I'm almost done. It says, and meekness instructing those. So we're supposed to instruct. The scriptures say, be instructed, ye kings of the earth. So the Lord gave us the instructions to give. And meekness instructing those that oppose themselves. If Yahweh peradventure, so they got to be predestined for this. Not that you did something, not that I woke you up. It's just that you were predestined to wake up, and I was the one sent to you to ignite you or to light your candle. I was already had fire to my hat, and I was able to put my fire to your head. All right. And meekness instructing those that oppose themselves, if Yahweh peradventure will give them repentance through the acknowledging of the truth.
And that's what it all boils down to.
Yeah, look at the entanglement. And that they may recover themselves out of the snare of the devil, who are taken captive by him at his will.
At his will, being given over to the prince of the power of the air, man. This devil uses anything that he can use to confuse the mind of our people. And he's so diabolic that he doesn't give a damn if he confuses the minds of his own people, because all people are already confused. But to push forth his agenda to keep Israel oppressed, he will oppress the whole world. You know, and that's the thing. It's all about who's bearing the truth. Because at the end of the day, once you found out you be lying, once you found out a lie has been told on your behalf, then that's when all faith is going to cease. Nobody's going to have confidence in you anymore once those lies start being exposed, and lies going to be exposed by the truth. Go ahead.
Something you just said just made me come up with this thought. This video I was watching earlier, a few days ago. Esau basically doing an experiment with 2 rats. One rat that was on the American diet and one that was on the natural diet. The one that was on the natural diet, they put him in a tub. He was able to find a way to escape out of the situation of the water. He was able to get on dry land. But the one that was on the American diet didn't know what to do. He just sat in the water, set his ass there, and swam around until he couldn't swim no more, and eventually died, man. So it comes to the point you can't eat from the table of devils and eat from the table of the Lord, man. You either have to choose whether you're going to be with the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, eat from the table of devils, man. Right. Why? Because if you eat from the table of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah, there's a way out, man. Why? Because he's going to be that ultimate guide to direct you where you should go. All right, by going, not eating from the table of Esau, man, eating from this American diet, man. Hey, that's going to lead you to your demise, man. Why? Because you're not trusting on your God, the Lord Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. You're leading towards the God of this world, man. Job 9:24, man.
It's like Daniel never to another.
Gone.
I'm about to eat that gone. Instead of the king's meat.
Gone. Hey, then come to find out, hey, you was that in hey shit, you think you eating with, you think you feeding nah, that's 2 different stories. It's like
You got a piece up?
This book of Ephesians 2:10. For we are his workmanship, create in Yahushua unto good work, which Yahweh had before ordained.
So the Most High ordained us unto this good works, right? But there's a process that had to happen. And that's what this is going into. Because in the state of mind that we were in before Yahushua came, there was no way we could do the good work, right? So we had to be purged, we had to be corrected, we had to be cleansed in order for us to be able to bring forth that good work. Go ahead.
Which Yahweh had before ordained that we should walk in them. Wherefore,
I thought you were going to stop, but keep going.
Wherefore remember that ye being in time past Gentile in the flesh, who are called uncircumcision, by that which is called the circumcision in the flesh made by hand.
Right, so now look at the wicked Sanhedrin at that time and look at IUIC today. They didn't give the people any type of hope. They were law. We had already broken that covenant. We need something that was a reestablishing covenant, a covenant to bring us back to the Father. And Yahushua did that, right? So because we were all in a Gentile state of mind at one point in time, but the truth is what brought us back to the reality. For us to understand this is a matrix inside the matrix created by Esau, right? So now once we get our mind out of that place, we're no longer in the Gentile state of mind. What does our mind focus on? Yahushua. Where is that going to lead us to the truth? Where is the truth going to lead us to Yahweh? All right, and we got to follow those directions. Keep going.
Number 12. That at that time, we are without Yahushua,
see,
being aliens from the commonwealth of Israel.
And the commonwealth is the promise. Not only the promise. Somebody get what is that? Is it Romans chapter 9? Hold that point real quick. Romans 9. For Israel, who pertain to the adoptions, the giving of the laws. There's 9? Yeah. Bring that out real quick.
It's Romans 9:1. I say the truth in Yahushua Mashiach.
Paul said, I say the truth in Yahushua Mashiach. It's all about the truth, man. Who's out here putting the truth in the atmosphere? Who can literally claim that, man? Go ahead.
I lie not. My conscience also bearing me witness in the Holy Spirit that I have great heaviness and continual sorrow in my heart, for I could wish that myself were accursed from Yahushua Mashiach, for my brethren, my kinsmen, according to the flesh, who are Israelites.
So Paul was wishing he could be the accursed thing, all right, for the children of Israel. But Yahushua, it was the one. Romans 9. Yahushua was the one. So Paul couldn't partake of that glory, but Paul was out here teaching the truth and seeing how our people were still in a fucked up state of mind.
He was one of the greatest, but he wasn't worthy.
None
of us were worthy.
Only Yahushua is worthy of that. And so, but Paul was like, damn, man, I'm giving y'all the truth, but I'm becoming y'all enemy because I'm giving y'all the truth. So that's when this stuff, that's when the word becomes bitter in that stomach, man. Seeing our people still out here just like, just snuffing up the wind, like looking at you like you ain't shit because you're giving them something that they need to escape this judgment. But like the word pre-adventure, they have to be predestined in order to attain that salvation. Go ahead.
Who are Israelites, to whom pertaineth the adoption and the glory and the covenants.
Those are the things that we were alienated from because we didn't have Yahushua. Go ahead.
And the giving of the law and the service of Yahweh.
And which the service of Yahweh is out here teaching, doing the work. Go ahead.
And the promises, who are the fathers and of whom, as concerning the flesh, Yahushua Mashiach came.
So that kills all that. Everybody could be saved. All nations should be saved because concerning the flesh, Yahushua came for Israel. That's it. All right, you can go back to this on y'all wall. So we're alienated from the covenants, which y'all just read. All right, being without Yahushua in the world. We were in the world. So the Lord said, take your mind out of the world, put away those mortal thoughts, and put on the immortal thoughts of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Go ahead.
This is the book of Ephesians 2:12. That at that time ye were without Yahushua, being alien from the commonwealth of Israel, and a stranger from the covenant of the promise, having no hope, and without Yahweh in the world.
And what is the hope deferred is abomination to the Most High, man. So Yahushua came to bring us that hope, and that hope is signified, right, by the truth. Somebody want to grab John 17:17 real quick? Oh, you keep going with that. That was it?
Come.
All right. Somebody grab John 17:17 real quick.
This is John chapter 17, verse 17. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth.
Boom. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. You got one too? Come on. So that's how we're sanctified. So if they ain't out here teaching 100% truth, the Spirit of the Lord ain't on them, man. The Spirit of the Lord, it's better for a man that knows nothing to close his mouth than for a fool to blat out. Because a fool is going to want to just always talk to hear himself talking. It doesn't matter what comes out of his mouth.
Hey, Con, too. Hey, that's also, too, so why scripture say now is the time when the true worshipers shall worship in spirit and in truth. Why? Because, hey, if you've been out here spewing out lies, what the hell are you talking about ain't going to be matching up with the times that's going on, man. It's, as the bishop was saying earlier, man, IUIC. Hey, you sitting out here saying this about it's June, this, that, and the third shit. Now that the time's coming out, you see it rolling out, it's in your face. You sitting there looking like boo-boo fool, you can't say nothing now. Why? Because, hey, you're that prophet that's ashamed of your vision, man. Now you done been caught up in your lies. Now you got to sit here and, hey, shit, you got to deal with the heat that's on your ass now, man.
We got a lethal interjection real quick.
Just to back up what the brother Arukar was saying about how these other heads of these syndicates or sectors, you know, not going according to prophecy. Because they are this right here. This is Micah chapter 2, verse 8. It says, even of late, my people is risen up as an enemy. Ye pull off the robe with the garment from them that pass by securely as men averse from war. So
yeah, that goes into filthy lucre.
Filthy lucre, being hard-headed, and again, being an enemy to the Most High. The Heavenly Father got his word and his truth out here. What do? They pull off the people's garments. People that walk by, they strip away the truth from them and give them a lie. They cover them. They try to cover them with a covering that's not of Yahweh Shai.
Hey, Con, and then, hey, and that's that trumpet giving that uncertain sound, so they can't be prepared for the battle. So when the battle is presented to them, shit, hey, they thinking they got armor on. They out there naked, so they finna get stabbed up, man. You know, so that's why we got to put on the whole armor of the Lord, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. That way we can withstand the wiles of the devil in that time, man. So anything that he comes swinging at us won't be able to touch us, man. Impregnable, unstoppable, man.
So when that was happening in that time period, they were physically doing that.
Yeah, that was about money.
It was about money. They were physically doing that to our people, man. Taking their clothing off and selling it as they came back for war. Nobody, after you just came back for war, you're not finna fight against nobody for taking your shit.
Yeah, they felt like they had to pay them for them being the top class people. So they're like, yeah, you're supposed to pay us. So you got no money to pay us at your war, or give me your garments. Give me them rich looking garments y'all got on being Israelites. Give them to us since we the top people.
Now who does that to our people spiritually today?
You saw with museums and memorabilia.
Shit.
Right here, man.
GD Fakes, IUIC.
Right here, man.
3 right now.
Yeah,
Right here.
Yep, amongst Jake, just like the Sanhedrin, you know.
1 second, man.
So that's what it's about, money on that one. But I got one for you dealing with the knowledge, snatching the garment out, the spiritual garment. But they do snatch away the truth. We might teach them that Revelation 13 and 16 is the you know what, and then they say no, it's not. Just like the devil come and pluck it out of their mind. You see that? But they do it for money though. In the beginning, the initial point, they started for money. They get paid off of YouTube or whatever else. All right. And the reason they keep teaching is for the money. Ecclesiastes 10 and 1. Dead flies cause the ointment of the apothecary to send forth a stinking savor. All right. So the teacher, the prophet, if he's teaching, even though he claims to have the oil, if there's a dead fly in it, it's going to corrupt all the oil. It don't matter who they put that oil on. You see that? Now the oil, their doctrine is corrupted. So dead flies cause the ointment of the apothecary to send forth a stinking savor. So doeth a little folly him that is in reputation for wisdom and honor. So these camps, they were in reputation for dealing with wisdom and honor, dealing with the scriptures, right? But a little tiny fly or that little bit of false doctrine can corrupt their whole doctrine. No, there you go. A little leaven leaveneth the whole lump. You nailed it.
What scripture is that?
This is Ecclesiastes 10 and 1. Okay. It says, a wise man's heart is at his right hand. But a fool's heart is at his left, worrying about money, worrying about carnal things, women. You know, women joining the congregation and stuff like that. Worrying about having gold all in your all over your garment. You know, record labels and status quo, linking up with ABC camps, unity camps, just to get recognition and sell your damn snake oils to Zariac.
Right. So,
or a bigger audience.
Man, listen, the Lord is to bring down all the hearts of the haughty. So if you walk around here in that spirit and think you teach the truth, Lord's gonna say, get away from me. I never knew you, you worker of iniquity, man.
Can you break this one down for me?
Yeah.
Okay. 1 Timothy chapter 6, verse 17. Charge them they are rich in this world, that they be not high-minded.
Oh, and that's what the elder was just saying. That's what riches get you, high-minded, man. It's hard to be rich. It's hard to be rich and humble at the same time. Like, because I mean, like, shit. Man, listen. I tell you what. I had a lunch with my boss, and I asked him, how do you keep? Because he don't act like this dude's a millionaire, but he don't act like it, right? I said, how do you keep that state of mind? He said, bro, I wasn't always rich. He said it was at one point in his life that he lost everything. They said the only problem that he really has now, that his wife can't understand that concept, so she thinks because they got money, they can just spend it freely. But he knows that he knows that this money is really not tangible. And he said he wished that he could just quit what he's doing and live off interest. But he knows, he sees the way the economy is going. He has to keep going and going and going and going and going. And that's his rich man's struggle, having to keep fighting for his riches all the time, and staying in the state of mind that he's in, that and realize that it ain't nothing. And he said that's one of the most hardest things for him to do in life. So just think about it, man. That's why you can't serve two masters. You're gonna have to let one of them go, because it's gonna be a conflict of interest, man. Either the money's gonna get in the way of your salvation, or the salvation, or to your benefit, the salvation to get in the way of the money. You get what I'm saying? So the Lord was like, you can't serve God and mammon. You're gonna love one and despise the other.
Despise the other. That's right.
Really?
Right, you can still make money.
Right.
You know, it say rich or poor, praise ye Yahweh.
Right.
And it say money is a defense. So you can use, but the spirit is more of a defense. Right. But gold and silver should not deliver you in the day of judgment. Right. So you can use this money for a defense to pay your rent and keep you out of the streets. Right. You know?
Think about it. I always refer to Daniel, man. Daniel had a little bit of money. All right, but was it his money that led him to be one of the presidents of the provinces in Babylon, or was it his wisdom that was given unto him by Yahweh? It was his wisdom, and by him setting up, we were able to eat our provisions and not have to partake of the king's meat. It wasn't because of the money that Daniel had; it was because of his wisdom, man. All right, man.
No trust in uncertain riches.
Don't trust in uncertain riches, man. because those uncertain riches that you get, a gift can destroy the heart. All right, go ahead.
But in the living Yahweh, who gave us richly all things to enjoy.
Man, any man lack wisdom, ask for the Yahweh that giveth, and he upbraideth not. Meaning he's not going to hold any back, man.
Right, where did Esau get the riches from?
The Most High.
You know, everything on the earth is from the Most High, man. He's just manipulated.
All right,
you know what I mean?
Kabosh, and then who else had one down there?
This is 2 Timothy chapter 3, verse 5. Having a form of godliness, but denying the power thereof, from such turn away. For of this sort are they which creep into houses and lead captive silly women laden with sins, led away with the diverse lusts.
And let's think about their congregation, man. They do have a form of godliness. And what is the majority of their, I'm talking about IUSC right now, the majority of their congregation are women and men that act like women, that have the emotional, effeminate mindset to where like they play off their emotions, and that's how they build their congregation. That's why they somewhat teach that love doctrine for Israel. But this book is filled with mourning, lamentations, and woes. All right, our happiness, our good tidings is the truth and the hope for salvation. So we have to keep that mindset all the way to the end, not having a form of godliness, but being an example of what godliness is through the truth. That was it.
Verse 7, ever learning and never able to come into the knowledge of the truth.
Ever learning, but never able to come into the knowledge of the truth. There goes that word truth again. He desires, we're getting right, but we see it's coming back down to you. So he desires truth in the inward parts, man. So, man, listen, man, I'll say it again. I say it every time we talk about truth. Congressman Senator Rand Paul, he said, truth is treason in a world full of lies. You're going to be hated because you speak the truth. People see the truth within you and despise you. Because why? Because it's Yahweh Shai. We are not of the world. Flee out of the midst of Babylon. If the world, if you are of the world, the Lord will love his own. The world hates us because the world is full of lies. We are the condemnation of this world, of the earth, because of the spirit of Yahweh Shai being upon us, man. So we come out here professing the truth in a world that's filled with lies. And everybody loves, 2/3 of our people in these other nations love darkness rather than light.
Right, and negligence, avoidance. What's another word for it, man?
Ignorance.
Disregard. All of these also are forms of hate. So it's not just the enemy, Esau, these heathen is going to hate you. There's also going to be your family within your household. It could be your woman. She changed on you because you've been teaching his word. That's hate. You see, that's a form of hate. That's not love. All right? So just let you know, man. So if your woman changed on you, the Lord said don't marvel at these things.
Right.
You know, especially if she be pleased to dwell with you. So that's where it starts at. Outside of yourself, outside of your brothers, and outside of the people that claim to be in the truth, you're going to be hated in diverse manners.
And you can tell how a person feels about you by their lack of patience. Like if people are getting real short with you, you know what I'm saying? It's not that they're having a bad day. They just don't. They hate your ass. They don't value your presence. I had to learn myself that a lot of people wanted me around in their lives, but they didn't value my presence. So they felt like they could treat me any kind of way, and I'll still be there. But if you value somebody's presence when they're around you, you're gonna watch how you treat them, because you're not gonna want them to leave. You're gonna care if they leave. You get what I'm saying? So if a motherfucker don't, if somebody don't care about what you do, or you know what I'm saying, something like that, they don't really care about you as an individual. They don't value your presence. We gotta understand how valuable we are to the Lord, even as unprofitable servants. You know what I'm saying? And once we understand our value, can't nobody else tell us nothing, because the Lord told us how valuable we are. We don't need their opinion really doesn't matter.
Quick interjection.
Yeah, go ahead.
This book of 1 Corinthians chapter 4 and verse 10, we are fools for Yahweh Shah Mashiach's sake, but ye are wise in Yahweh Shah Mashiach. We are weak, but ye are strong. Ye are honorable, but we are despised.
Honorable, but we are despised. You're despising the men of the Lord that the Lord gives honor to. So what does that make you? Count that individual as a heathen man. Give that over to the dogs. They're outside the temple. They mad because they can't get in.
Hey, 2/3 of our people, they despise the Heavenly Father, man, when he came on the scene. So again, it's no servant greater than his master.
God, man. Exactly, because when Yahushua came on the scene, like what? He said he came to his own, but his own received them not. But as many as received them, to them he gave power to become the sons of God, man. The sons of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. Real quick, I'll write all and then you,
This is 1 John chapter 4. And I'm going to start off 4 and go into 6. Ye are of Yahweh, little children, and have overcome them, because greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world.
So those that are in the world are John 8 and 44. They're of their father, the devil. But we're of Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. How do you know that? Because he gave us the truth. The truth stands on everything, man. Go ahead. So anybody, when they out here calling you a bum, you ain't got no money, you ain't got this, you ain't got that, you ain't got nothing going for yourself. I got the truth. What you got? What you got? When all this shit get burnt up, this truth still gonna be standing here. Where you gonna be at? Go ahead.
And this is what they got. They are of the world. Therefore speak they of the world, and they, and the world heareth them. We are of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. He knoweth Yahweh heareth us. He that is not of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai heareth not us. Hereby know we the spirit of truth and the spirit of error.
I had to take a break on that one. That's heavy, bro. Because at the beginning of the lesson, we talked about, flee out of the midst of Babylon, deliver every man his soul, and there's a calling going out. And it said, shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the Lord hath done it? He said he will do nothing, but he revealed his secret to the prophets, right? So he reveals everything that he's about to do to the prophets, and the prophets go out here and prophesy, and the ones that believe in the words of the prophets are going to those that receive a prophet, they receive a prophet's reward, man. But those that don't receive the prophets are going to receive death, because the Lord don't want them to know. Somebody get Ecclesiastes 3 and 11 real quick. Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians 13 and 2. And though I have the gift of prophecy and understand all mysteries and all knowledge, and though I have all faith so that I can remove mountains and have not charity, I am nothing. And though I bestow all my goods to feed the poor, and though I give my body to be burned and have not charity, it profit me nothing, man.
Right, so Paul said he had all these attributes in the truth, right? He had truth, he had faith, he had wisdom, he had all these things. He gave to the poor of Israel, he did all these things. But if he didn't build a church, then all that he had was in vain, because the Lord gave him all that, because it takes faith to teach, man. It takes faith to teach. You can have knowledge. You don't want to become a wizard sitting in your room. I got all this knowledge, but you're sitting in your room with it. What is it going to do? The charity wipe away a multitude of sins, man. So if he have all that and have not charity, then everything that he has is in vain, man. Everything that he has is in vain. Real quick, what did I call for real quick? Yeah, let me get that real quick back to the point.
Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse 11.
So those that don't believe of the words that are being spoken by the prophets of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, because it wasn't meant for them to believe, man. Go ahead.
He had made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he had set the world in their heart, so that no man could find out the work that Yahweh will make it from the beginning to the end.
So they can't even see their hand in front of their face. That's how much darkness they in, man. The Lord won't let them have any light shine upon them, because he doesn't know. He made the earth beautiful. Oh shoot! Bring your precept out real quick, and then we're gonna go. Somebody get Wisdom of Solomon.
Psalm chapter 89 verse 15. Blessed is the people that know the joyful sound. They shall walk, O Yahweh, in the light of thy countenance.
That's a beautiful precept. That was right on point, man. I'm mad I made you hold it for a second. Bruh, man, read that one more time, Babak Shah.
Psalm chapter 89 verse 15. Blessed is the people that know the joyful sound. They shall walk, O Yahweh, in the light of thy countenance.
Man, he just came out and did a drive-by on everybody, bro. Come on, man. So you'll be able to see the light of the Lord, man, if that's given unto you, man. All right, so the ones that believe in me over there, the ones that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, those are the ones that are going to be able to receive that, bro. Well, I'm scoping everything out. Those are going to be the ones that be able to see. Now read that Ecclesiastes 3 and 11 one more time, and somebody get Wisdom of Solomon 13 and 1. Wisdom of
Solomon first.
This is the book of
I will.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes, chapter 3 and verse 11. He had made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he had set the world in their heart.
Boom, he made pause right there. He made everything beautiful in his time, and also he had set the world in their heart. Now, what did that do, man? All right, Wisdom of Solomon 13:1, please.
It's Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 13, verse 1. Surely vain are all men by nature, who are ignorant of Yahweh, who could not out of the good things that are seen know him that is.
He made everything beautiful in his time, but out of the beauty of the earth, everything that the Lord put on this earth, these people that still don't know who the Lord is, man. He created all this and they still don't know him because he put the world in their hearts. They so stuck in what happened in this realm, they can't even understand earthly things. So how the hell they gonna understand heavenly things, man? Keep going.
Neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster.
Come on, man. They don't acknowledge who's the one gonna bring this destruction. All right. But what does it say about the missiles? Before them, it is as a garden of Eden, but after them, it is total destruction, man. A wilderness. Come on. Keep going on that.
Verse 2. But deemed either fire or wind, or the swift air, or the circle of the stars, or the violent water, or the lights of heaven to be the powers which govern the world.
Right, so they looking at the creations that the Most High, even these idols are creations of man. And that's what they're deemed, and for that's what they're looking forward to for their salvation. Huh? That's what they're reverencing to for their comfort. What they chosen is lies and death over truth and righteousness and eternal life. It was some more on that.
Come on. Verse 3. With whose beauty, if they being delighted took them to be powers, it says God, let them know how much better Yahweh of them is.
The power of them that created everything. Let him know how much better he is. So you can look at the beautiful things on this earth, man, and give reverence to it, but ultimately worship the creator, not the creation.
This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, verse 18. And now when I prepared the world, which was not yet made, even for them to dwell in that now live, no man spake against me. For then everyone obeyed. But now the manners of them which are created in this world that is made are corrupted by perpetual seed, and by a law which is unsearchable, rid themselves.
Right, now that seed goes all the way back to Adam. All right, and we all are born into sin from that. But there was certain individuals that were going to be pulled away from that. All right, so Yahweh Shai came to take away that corruption that was in Israel, right, to bring us back to Yahweh, to Yahweh, and to find our way back to the Father through His Spirit. Go ahead.
This is Wisdom of Solomon 13:1. Surely in vain are all men by nature, who are ignorant of Yahweh, and could not out of the good things that are seen know him that is.
That's beautiful.
Neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster.
That's coming back to back. So now we know. So understanding that everything that's put on the earth was created by the Most High, man.
Yep.
Bottom line. So, but if you're caught up in this world, you have the world in your hearts, you're not going to be able to understand. Somebody get 1 Corinthians 2:12. You're not going to be able to understand the things that are being given unto us by Yahweh, by Shin Yahushua, unless you have that spiritual discernment.
1 Corinthians 2:12. Now we have received not the spirit of the world, but the spirit which is of Yahweh, that we might know the things that are freely given to us of Yahweh.
All right, so now Ecclesiastes 3:11 says he put the world in their hearts that they may not know. But we have not received the spirit of the world, so we may know the things that are given unto us by Yahweh, by Shem Yahushai. So that's how we're able to obtain to glory or because of the truth. Because if not, we would still be sitting in darkness, still embedded in lies on a path to destruction. But the Lord gave us a light to follow behind, which is Yahushua, to lead us to salvation, man. So that's how we're able to prophesy and know the things are to come, because the Lord is preparing us for that. Some more precepts?
I was holding one.
All right, I ain't really got into the lesson yet, so we still can fire off these precepts. We're gonna bring them down this way. Kabash, you go.
This is John chapter 15 and 16. Ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you, and ordained you, that ye should go forth and bring forth fruit, and that your fruit should remain, and that whatsoever ye should ask of the Father in my name, he may give it to you. And that's what the bishop was talking about. We didn't go out here to the Lord chose us. He put his spirit on us and predestinated us for salvation.
And that's why we say we're the hopeful elect. Many are called, but few are chosen. We don't know until that day comes. All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 7, 6 and 7. For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God, Jehovah Bahashem, Jehovah Shai, that hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself.
Right.
Above all people that are upon the face of the earth.
Boom. The Lord has chosen the children of Israel. And not only that, only the elect of the children of Israel are being chosen at this time. All right. We, Lord willing, I'm part of that number. We become the first fruits unto Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, man. The first Yahushai gets his glory first, and then the first fruits up under him get their glory, meaning the new bodies and the laws put in their inward parts. Then the new covenant is established. That was it.
You know, this one is.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Deuteronomy 7 and 7. The Lord did not set his love upon you, nor choose you, because ye we are more in number than any people. For ye we are the fewest of all people.
Right, compared to all these other nations, we're a great nation, but compared to all these other nations combined, we're the fewest on the earth. So we're the Lord works good in small numbers, man. He doesn't need a great big number of people to worship him. All right, he's gonna show the world how to worship him through the children of Israel, man, and that's all he needs, because that's what he ordained. All right, all right, y'all.
Come. This is John 15 and 26. But when the Comforter is come, whom I will send unto you from the Father.
So how are we supposed to escape? Get our minds out of Babylon. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna have our mind occupied on, man? Go ahead, Prof. You're right.
Even the Spirit of truth, which proceedeth from the Father, he shall testify of me. And ye also shall bear witness, because ye have been with me from the beginning.
So that, boom, we were with Yahushua from the beginning, bro. From the beginning, we were with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua from the beginning. So just think about it. We walk around on this earth not knowing when we're going to be called back to the spiritual realm, right? Same thing in the spiritual realm. We walk around in the spiritual realm, spending 3-4 days with the Lord, you know, spending a couple days with the Lord, not knowing when we're going to be called back here to put on this earth to do a job. But to think about it, we lost contact of that because that connection was gone. So at one point in time, we understood reincarnation, and we understood us going back and forth from the spiritual realm down here on the earth. But through darkness, we forgot about all that. So not only did we forget the Lord, but we forgot all the things the Lord have done for us. So guess what that brought forth? Ignorance brings forth fear. So now that's what we were. So now they used the fear of death, right, to get the people to move. Look what happened in 2020. They brought death to move people in fear, to move them towards death and destruction. See how that works? But the Lord didn't give us the spirit of fear. He gave us the spirit of power and love and of a sound mind. Because if you keep your mind in this place, if you don't flee out in the midst of Babylon, you're not going to have a sound mind. You're going to be destroyed mentally. And if you're destroyed mentally, a mental basket case is willing to do whatever. You get what I'm saying? Willing to do whatever to escape that feeling of fear. You could tell them to eat a pile of doodle and it'll take away that fear from them, and they'll eat it. Because they're that destroyed in the mind, man.
Fight or flight.
Fight or flight mode. That's why our people are eating a pile of doodle looking for salvation. You see what I'm saying? You can get a person to do anything when they have the spirit of fear upon them. All right, some more on that? All right, some more precepts down this way?
I got one.
All right, go ahead.
This is Job, chapter 37, verse 14. Hearken unto this, O Job, stand still and consider the wondrous works of Yahweh.
Boom, that's what we're set up to do. Stand still and consider the wondrous works of Yahweh. And look at the wondrous works of Yahweh. This right here. This congregation you see right here, pan around they can see everything. This is wondrous works of Yahweh. Men of the Lord out here teaching, and men of the Lord out here listening. Edifying and listening. It says a wise man desires a listening ear. Half the people come walk by here and turn a deaf ear to the word of the Lord, not understanding that this is something for their help. So what was meant for their help becomes a curse unto them, man. Go ahead. That was it?
That was it.
All right.
I got you.
All right, go ahead. Okay.
Second Peter 2. 2 Peter 2 and 17. These are wells without water, clouds that are carried with the tempest. You can interject whenever. To whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever.
So these are people. Our people are going to be lost in this, been down their back all ways, man, and falling behind the ways of Esau. What does Romans 11 say? What then? Israel have not obtained what he's seeking for, but the election have obtained it, but the rest were blinded, man. They have made lies their refuge. Go ahead.
And it says to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever, just like a shooting star. We want to be the what is it called in the Greek? Cosmos. We want to be the orderly arrangement of stars set in place, pillars. We don't want to be shooting stars that's lost in darkness forever, having no home, no place. So it says, to whom the mist of darkness is reserved forever. They're stars, right? Shooting stars. It says, for when they speak great swelling words of vanity, they are lured through the lust of the flesh, man. That's what they're using as their bait, their internet, and what they can show off in their clout, in their garments, and talking trash about the elders, calling them grapists. That's where a lot of these camps got their name, got their status from. Sakari. All right. Where was that? For when they speak great swelling words of vanity, they are lured through the lust of the flesh, just like these churches with the Creflo steal your dollar with jets and money and promising love. When the Lord said He don't love our people in the condition they're in right now, man, He hate them. He hate them in that wicked mindset. All right, but they teaching what? Love. The Lord loves you. Manifest destiny.
Yeah.
When the Lord is angry with our people.
Right. And when they say the Lord loves the sinners more than the saints, I heard that in church.
Right.
Show me a scripture where it say that. You ain't gonna find none, bro.
Right. So they are lured through the lust of the flesh. You go into churches where they and people booty shaking and dancing now. You know, all kind of theatrics. You come out here, you'll see a table set up and they're giving out bologna sandwiches. And so they'll lure you. They got all kind of bait and traps to lure you in. All right? Just like us. I remember I was little, I only went to church to drink the communion juice. And talk to some women. So they know they bring the women up. What they do at the clubs? Bring the women. Women get in free till 11.
Right.
Then you got to pay.
Yeah.
At the church, they bring all the women in. Yep. It says they are lured through the lust of the flesh, through much wantonness. Those that were clean escape from them who live in error, right?
Those that were purged escape from them that will live in error. That's the separation. That's the sifting right there.
That's it. Yep. And they try to wheel them back.
Where you going?
Right. While they promised them liberty, see? They promising you freedom. People like ISUPK, Yohana, with the Arabic name. He promising them that if they do Revelation 13 and 16, they're gonna be able to eat whenever all hell breaks loose.
Hey, that's what the snake told Eve in the garden. Said you won't surely die, and they fell for the same thing that Eve did.
That's right. That's right. Yep. Same thing. Okay. Now it says, while they promised them liberty, they themselves are the servants of corruption. Manifest destiny. You give me $100, the Lord give you tenfold freedom. All right. So they themselves are the servants of corruption. What's the servants of corruption? We say they work iniquity. They're the servants of wickedness, man, of the left hand side.
Right? They're of their father, the devil.
That's right.
The lust of your father ye shall do. He was a murderer from the beginning, abode not in the truth, man.
That's right. That's right. For of whom a man is overcome, the same is he brought into bondage. So they're being overcome by the devil. They're being overcome by the government. All right, with the 501c3 charters. They're being overcome with false doctrine and Caesar Borgia. All right. For if after they have escaped the pollutions of the world through the knowledge of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, Amashiach,
they are again entangled. Look at that entanglement again. Entangled therein and overcome. The latter end is worse than them. The latter end is worse with them than the beginning. All right. Look at Nate. He came out of the world, got into the truth, and now he even worse than he was when he was in the world. I think he used to be a Pentecostal or something like that. He used to go to a Pentecostal church, and he was a police officer, locking people up. But at least he was ignorant, and he didn't know until he got into the truth. And now you know. Now you ain't got no excuse. Now you're 2 times more a child of Satan, a child of the devil.
And he bought
2-time loser, 2-time deceiver.
And he bought all the tassels too.
They got all the tassels in America, so we can't have them. They buy all the fringes.
Fringes.
It's a drought on fringes because of them, especially around the Passover. We can't find no fringes.
Fringe the first.
Right. For it had been better for them to not have known. See, so that way they could at least woken up later.
Yeah.
Towards the end, or just died in their ignorance.
Kind.
Like he said, ignorance is bliss. You don't even see it coming. You perish.
Yeah.
But to have known the truth, that means you're looking for that punch and you're going to get hit by it.
And it's going to knock you out.
Yeah, go ahead, interject. One more precept after this. One more.
This is the book of Luke 12:47.
Go ahead, brother.
And that servant which knew his Lord's will and prepared not himself, neither did according to his will, shall be beaten with many stripes.
There you go. Them stripes means what? Destruction. That's what the stripe represents. The stripes goes into punishment. The stripes goes into to what end is it for you? Those that desire the day of the Lord. It's going to be as if you ran from a snake and you run into a bear or a lion meet you. Meaning every corner you turn is going to be death waiting on you. The Lord going to put a target on their back.
So they're entering in the temple of the Lord, and they shouldn't even be there, just like Helidorius did and got his ass for it.
Yep, and they robbed the Lord.
Come.
You know, shall a man rob God?
And that's what Helidorius was trying to do.
Rob him, yep, for the Roman Empire.
For the Roman Empire, bro.
Same way.
Same way.
Same way.
Same way, bro.
Yep. For it had been better for them to not have known the way of righteousness than after they have known it to turn from the holy commandment delivered unto them. That's the point of them eating the poo platter. And then when they got at the Chinese store, the poo platter?
Yes.
They eating that spiritual poo platter. But it has happened unto them according to the true proverb. The dog is turned to his own vomit again, and the soul that was washed to her wallowing in the mire. And mire represents mud and poop. So she's waddling in the mud like a pig around poop again. You see that? Eating the poop, the shitty platter.
Good.
You know, pig eat that shit.
Yeah, pig eat, bro. Listen, so with that being said, they're doing the works of their father, the devil, right? Walking around with stains all on their garment, not trying to lead the people to righteousness. Their form of godliness is leading them and their congregation to destruction. All right. So and what are they doing? They're trying to they want the truth to be distasteful in the mouth of the people that believe, because the truth is what's cutting their money off. The truth will cut their money off. So if we're out here teaching the truth, just think about it. If you tell them, the church will be like, oh man, you ain't got to do no tithing or nothing. You just got to believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. If you're a man, get out there and teach. With nobody be in these congregations, you know what I'm saying? And it will be a lot of prophets out here teaching the truth. But the Lord ain't set it up like that. We have to have somebody to contend against besides Esau, you know?
Yep. We can't eat what this world gives us. We got to eat what the Lord told us to eat.
Right.
We got to eat from our master's hand.
Right.
All right. This is Ezekiel 2 and 3. And he said unto me, Son of man, I send thee to the children of Israel, to a rebellious nation that have rebelled against me. They and their fathers have transgressed against me, even unto this very day. For they are impudent children and stiff-hearted, meaning their mind is stiff. They're going one way and they ain't turning around to look back. They stuck on that way, stiff-necked. All right? Hard-headed. And I do send thee unto them, and thou shalt say unto them, thus saith Yahweh power. And they, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house, yet shall know that there have been a prophet among them. They're going to know that once the prophecies happen. All right? And thou, son of man, be not afraid of them, neither be afraid of their words, though briars and thorns be with thee, and though And thou doest dwell among scorpions. All right, briars and thorns represent. You have what briars and thorns like something that poke you. All right, so somebody that you try to teach. The scriptures say that don't cast your pearls before swine, because they'll turn and rent you. So they not only became rebels to the Lord, they became enemies to the Lord's men, because we tell them the truth. But with that, they'll also get physical with you and try to attack you at some point, or try to like a scorpion would, not just a briar or a thorn. They got the same effect of a scorpion, the sting. But the difference with a scorpion is it can inject poison into you. So they not only want to attack or rebel, they want to push their thoughts as well. See that? That's this world. That's these false camps. All right. It says, and though thou speak my words unto them, whether they will hear, and thou shalt speak my words unto them, whether they will hear or whether they will forbear, for they are a rebellious house. And this is the point. And thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee. Don't hear what the world's saying to you. Don't hear what these other churches or these seminary art schools saying to you. Don't hear what your parents saying to you, your family or your friends, or these schools, public schools, right? Or the news. Don't listen to that. But it says here, but thou, son of man, hear what I say unto thee, and be not rebellious like that rebellious house. Open thy mouth and eat that I give thee. All right, so don't eat no shit. Eat what the Lord gives us. All right, he said he prepared his table. He's slain his fatlings and everything for us. We got the oil, we got the wine, we got the milk, we got the bread of life. You know what I mean? We got the lamb. That's a feast that's being set for us in the presence of our enemies. But these people want to throw that away, and they want to prepare a table for their truth, for their idols. They're preparing a table, and it's an abominable table full of shit.
And what did King David say? Let their table be made a snare.
Let their table be made a snare. That's right.
And a recompense.
That's right, man.
So the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans need to know that they're the Israelites of the Holy Bible, man.
That's right, man.
Most High's name is Yahweh, Son's name is Yahweh Shai. All right.
Hey, never look into a mirror backwards and ask a question, you know. So we're right here. There you go.
All right. All right, you too, man. You too, man.
That's right, man. What's your Puerto Rican?
I'm Jamaican. I keep so.
Oh, on your dad's side?
Both my parents.
On your, on your dad's side, what are you? Like nationality?
Jamaican.
Jamaican? Damn, you like bloodline.
Yeah.
Not like Puerto Rican living in Jamaica. All right, you look Puerto Rican.
I know. No.
That's crazy, man. You'll be from, if you're Jamaican, I believe you too. You look like that. You'll be from that tribe, Benjamin. The West Indian. Banyamian in the Hebrew.
I did my my lineage. They say I'm from the tribe of Mali.
Mali? What's Mali? I know that.
M-A-L-Y.
That's African over there.
West Africa.
But we ran into Africa. We ran into West Africa.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Israelites.
It's right by Nigeria.
Yeah, it's close by Sierra Leone and those areas.
Yeah, we ran into Africa, man.
See, y'all Hebrew Israelites.
Yep.
It's a widespread and
over there too.
Everywhere.
Yeah, we scattered all around the four corners of the earth.
Yeah.
But this is the point. Revelation 7 real quick. And then maybe Revelation 12. Maybe. But Revelation 7, this is the point for you.
7 and 1?
Yeah. 1, yeah.
I'm tired, man.
Right, man.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 7 and verse 1. And after these things, I saw 4 angels standing on the 4 corners of the earth, holding the 4 winds of the earth.
And that winds that it's talking about is destruction that's about to come on this place, man. You got all these nations that's rising up against America, want to go to war with America. And the Lord is holding it back for a point in time, all right?
That the wind should not blow on the earth, nor on the sea, nor on any tree. And I saw another angel ascending from the east, having the zeal of the living God, and he cried with a loud voice to the 4 angels.
And that's our Savior, Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. His real name is Yahweh Shai, man.
They didn't have J back then.
They ain't no have no J back then. That's right, brother. Go ahead.
To whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea.
All right, to whom it was given to hurt the earth and the sea. So he coming down here to bring destruction, right? But the churches will teach you that he coming down to bring cupcakes and flowers. No, he coming to bring judgment on the earth. Right, he ain't playing. Right. Go ahead.
Verse 3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads.
Right. Oh, my bad. Can I interject real quick? That's the angels coming down. So who's controlling this World War III that you're seeing? The angels. They the one that what's the word when the Lord intervenes. The Lord is intervening in the courses of man. They know every man's daily life. The Lord is changing that course into His prophecies that He promised from the beginning. So man can go about his daily life, and the Lord orders our steps, but the Lord can change that course and make Russia go against America. You see that? Even though they want to bring peace between each other, the Lord can make them go against each other. All right, and you see it happening. This is Joel 3:11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about. Round about what? Round about America. They all gathering together like the BRICS system. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and now South Africa. Right? Mali and all that. Oh, it's West Africa, but yeah.
Same thing.
It says, thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. The mighty ones represent the angels. So now when you see Armageddon breaking out and war breaking out, now is the time we asking for the Lord to send them angels down and start covering us according to Psalms 91. He said he's gonna keep thee in all thy ways, but who's gonna keep you? Is it Jesus? Is it Yahweh? Is it Yeshua? Those aren't his names. There's no U's and no E's in the ancient Hebrew, right? The Hebrew that Hezekiah spoke. There's no J's. We know that. So it can't be Jesus. It cannot be, because that's Zeus, and that goes back to Baal. It can't be Yahweh, because that goes back to Yiddish. So it got to be Yahweh, and his son's name is Yahushua. So to get to the Father, we got to know the Son's name to get to the Father. All right. So, but right now we're seeing Armageddon and World War III breaking out and destruction. But what else? How do you get out of this? Go ahead, bro. Revelation 7. That's the point.
Back at Revelation 7, chapter 3, saying, hurt not the earth, neither the sea nor the trees, till we have sealed the servants of our God in their foreheads. And I heard the number of them which were sealed. And I heard the number of them which were sealed, and there were sealed 144,000 of all the tribes of the children of Israel.
All right, so now he's holding back this destruction. He said, hurt not the earth nor the sea until we seal our servants, right? Till we seal 12,000 from these tribes right here, from each tribe, which is 144,000 men that are going to be the governing body of what they're trying to, Esau, or this system is trying to bring forth a new world order, but this is the perfect order that's going to be set up by Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, is going to set up this order on earth with 12,000 from each tribe. And that's going to be the tabernacle of David, which is the governing body. And this is our hope for salvation, man.
Yep, I got one for you, real quick. Sirach 17:10, and the elect shall praise his holy name.
All right, the elect shall praise his holy name. Like it says true religion, right? Right? It's all about the truth. So the elect shall praise his holy name. What is his name, man? His name is Yahushua.
Right. One more for you.
Yahushua. Go ahead.
Romans 11:1. I say then, hath Yahweh cast away his people?
So people say that the Lord cast away his people. That's what the church is trying to teach, that he cast away Israel and brought forth all nations, but that's not true. He never cast away Israel. Go ahead.
God forbid, for I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin.
Same tribe you're from, man. That's Paul speaking.
Same tribe. Yahweh have not cast away his people, which he foreknew. Wot ye not what the scripture saith of Elijah, how he maketh intercession to Yahweh against Israel? All right, let me get one more.
So think about it, like you look like you got that Benjamite, that Jamaican type rageful spirit, same spirit that Paul had. But just think if you had the truth right along with it, and you can help deliver your people and bring your people to salvation, like Paul was trying to do. That same spirit is within you, bro. You just needed the tools in order to be to jump out here and do the work. That's where studying comes in. 2 Timothy 2:15. Study to show yourself approved. You got the spirit, but you just need the knowledge. You see how it's by fire you feel inside right now? Yeah. That's the Lord doing his work on you. That's so right. Hopefully you understand the answer to the calling that he's giving it to you right now. That's right.
This is Revelation chapter 3, verse 20. It says, behold, I stand at the door and knock. If any man hear my voice and open the door, I will come into him
and will sup with him, and he with me.
All right, so you know street talk. I don't even know that guy. I ain't even never sat down at the table and ate with him before. But the Lord is knocking on the door right now to sit down and eat with you. Like sitting down at a table and eating with somebody is a what is the word? What is the word I'm looking for? It's an intimate yes, an experience where like you really understand and get to know somebody if you sit down at a table and eat with them. So the Lord is trying to sit down at the table and eat with you and give you his word. So you can also go out and feed others, man.
You will eat with somebody that's not your enemy.
Right. You're gonna eat with a friend. You're gonna sit down and eat table with a friend. Because you're gonna like at a dinner table, what's talked about, a lot of important topics are talked about sitting down at a dinner table and eating. And that's the most important thing that the Lord wants to talk to you about is the truth, his word.
And say when you consuming food, that's when you mainly bringing in knowledge.
Right, right. So the physical part of eating the food, the spiritual part about it is consuming the word.
Yeah, you don't want the poo-poo platter.
You don't want the poo-poo platter.
You want the veggies.
The poo-poo. These individuals get the poo-poo platter. You get what I'm saying?
Yep, that's the poo-poo platter right there.
And that's my favorite book too, Sirach.
Sirach. Yeah, in the Apocrypha.
I read it front to back. That's my favorite.
Look at that. That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, you know what the word Apocrypha means? It means hidden things.
Yeah.
So you already got it in your spirit. You read the book, but now you got to have the spirit dealing with you and go back along that path that you walk.
Yes, sir.
Walk that same path, but now do it with the spirit dealing with you in the name, Yahushua, Yahweh, knowing that you're in the book now. Not just reading it, blindly, right? But now reading it with understanding. You know? Now you got the YouTube, right? Oh, he's going to give you the page. Okay, and you go on YouTube and eat. Start from your first step, and take your time. But we're running out of time. Time is short.
Precept?
Yes. Yes.
Let
Gabar, let Gabar run it. Let Gabar run it.
This is the book of Sirach.
And then, right?
Again, the book of Sirach, chapter 5 and verse 7. Make no tarrying to turn unto the Lord, and put not off from day to day. For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth, and in thy security thou shalt be destroyed and perish in the day of vengeance. And I just wanted to grab this. I don't know if you remember, but a couple of brothers and myself actually talked to you before over there outside the restaurant. You know what I'm saying? That was like maybe a year ago. So I wanted to get this because it say you heard this already. So this it's been reintroduced to you. But the scripture says, make no tarrying to turn into the Lord, bro. Don't put it off. You feel what I'm saying? Because shit heating up. Everything the brother just told you, bro, this shit heating up like this. All this week long, prophecies popping off Monday through Friday, bro. You know what I'm saying? This your second time hearing it. Don't tarry, bro. Get it while you can. You feel me? Because this is the only thing that's going to help you. This is the only thing that's going to save you in that day of darkness, bro, that day of destruction. America about to be destroyed by 200 million nuclear missiles, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is the only thing that's going to get you up out of that, bro.
I should be dead right now. I was in a coma 4 months ago. Just got out of the hospital and they put a feeding tube in the trach and I got the police tased me and I hit my head. And they beat the hell out of me. They had to put a sunroof in my head, all type of shit. Stop it, please.
Listen, man, listen. The Lord, a lot of times the Lord don't speak to people twice, just like how your parents say, I'm gonna say it one time and I ain't gonna say it again. The Lord give you a second run at this now. You've already been through hell one time.
Oh, if you got a call in, he's gonna be even harder on you.
He's gonna be even harder on you. Better answer.
Yeah, he's gonna be harder.
You don't let him get away with nothing.
Yeah, he's snatching kneecaps off, man.
Yeah. So, I mean,
the book of Philippians 3:3. For we are the circumcision which worship God, Yahweh, in the spirit.
We're the circumcision, meaning we circumcised our mind, circumcised the foreskin of our heart. So we're not caught up in these false religions or anything like that. All right. So we're caught up in the word of Yahweh by Shem Shai in spirit and the truth. All right. That's what it means to be a part of the spiritual circumcision. Having faith. Also, go ahead.
And rejoice in Yahweh Shai, and have no confidence in the flesh.
Right. We don't have confidence in the flesh, so we know we're not going to be able to get out here and do like the Black Panthers did and escape this. No, we got to use wisdom. Right. We're not He-Man. We're wise men. Not He-Man. We're wise men. You know, with wisdom of Yahweh Shem Shai, that's going to direct us in wisdom and direct us to salvation, man.
Yeah, we can't use Esau's blessing against Esau. Esau was blessed with the sword to kill. We were blessed with life, with the spirit. So we gotta use the spirit to trump their blessing. See that? We can't use gun for gun with Esau, because we get a gun, they got bombs. You get a bomb, they got missiles. You get missiles, they got tanks. They got lasers, all kind of shit. They got armies.
Right, but guess what we have that they don't have? Well, guess what we use that they can't use?
We got the stone, they got Goliath.
Right. That stone is Yahweh Shai, which is the living word, all right, which is truth. And we become a part of that by stepping in that path he created for us to follow when he was here on the earth.
Right.
He gave us instructions, man, and you're getting them again. You listening, brother?
My bad.
No. I just want to make sure you get this. This is out of love, bro. This ain't no rah-rah, no street shit, nothing like that. This out of love, bro. Like we literally, for the brother to call you out like that and remember what happened a year ago, and for you to go through right after that, go through what you went through. The Lord is trying to tell you something, bro. Remember the color purple? God's trying to tell you something. That song, that's Lord Yahweh, and it's through His Spirit of His Son Yahweh Shai, trying to get you in the direction where He's intervening for you to go in the direction that He needs you for you to go, because you become a doorway, right, to salvation for somebody else that He needs you to speak to. But you have to have the wisdom first before He can use you as one of His servants. So we don't want to be a servant of the world, right, and use our members for instruments of unrighteousness. We want to be servants of Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai, using our members for instruments of righteousness and bringing glad tidings to those that are seeking righteousness.
Interjection. Real quick. This is Revelations 3:15. I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot.
Right.
I would thou wert cold or hot. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
Lord, you don't want that to happen. Either you're gonna be with it or not. All that in between stuff, the Lord's like, pick a side and stand on it. Just stand on it and move forward. That's what we're set up here to do. We can't be wavering and be like, I want to do this, but I can't, or I don't think I'm worthy enough. The Lord said you're worthy. He's giving it to you again. I done seen individuals that get this word, right, and toss it to the side, and instantly they out of here. You know what I'm saying? Do you hear what I'm saying to you? Like, you instantly could have been out of here, but the Lord preserved you, brought you back around here for a reason, bro. Right. You need to understand that and believe that.
And He pulled me out of a lot of stuff.
Right.
I was
and all right, and His word doesn't return unto Him void. So you can do it the easy way or the hard way. So if He's pulling you out of all these things that you find yourself into, right? If He's pulling you out of it, it's for a purpose.
You might be able to deliver her, man.
Right.
That sometimes we don't have enough self-love to fight for ourselves, but we can gain that love and that courage by fighting for others. You know what I mean?
Right.
So sometimes you can't find a master within you. Look for a master without, like Leroy. But you're gonna later find out within yourself. So you can fight for others if you don't want to fight for yourself, and the Lord will give you that.
And that's why we're supposed to honor our women as a weaker vessel. They can't get salvation without us. So we got to do the work.
Right. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. So what will happen if she begins to see your fruit blossom, and you become a tree that she's never seen before, and then she begins to eat the fruit from that tree? Now she becomes that new too, meaning new, refreshed, new Jerusalem. He said the kingdom of heaven is within you, man. So what's within you going to bear without. You know. So, yep.
Yeah, go ahead, brother.
Matthew chapter 7, verse 14. Because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leads unto life.
So check this out. Straight is the gate.
That next point.
All right. Narrow is the way. The straight is the gate, meaning you have to walk that straight and narrow path in order to seek salvation. Go ahead.
Yeah, an affliction.
Unto life, and few there be that find it.
All right. If few that be there that find it. So we got to go through this affliction, right? But let's go through this affliction for righteousness' sake. So if you find yourself out, you're still going to go through it. Or you find yourself out here in the world, you're going to go through it in vain. Because there's no purpose in that. The only thing that's going to lead to is death. That's it. And to understand what true death is spiritual death is being separated from the Most High. It's worse than anything else, bro. Once you understand and know that, and the fact that you know that, you know, you really need to take heed to what's going on.
Got a little motivator.
You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Motivation.
No, yeah, that's it.
There's a little motivation. Malachi 4:1. For behold, the day cometh that shall burn as an oven, and all the proud, yea, and all that do wickedly, shall be stubble. And the day that cometh shall burn them up, saith Yahweh of hosts, that it shall leave them neither root nor branch. But unto you that fear my name shall the Son of Righteousness arise with healing in his wings, and ye shall go forth and grow up as calves of the stall, and ye shall tread down the wicked, for they shall be ashes under the soles of your feet. And the day that I shall do this, saith Yahweh of hosts.
The Lord said he gonna do that.
Choose your side.
You better choose it. And you know what those healings in his wings are? That's new bodies. But we're gonna need a new form of flesh to tread down the wicked. Right? With this flesh, we're gonna never transgress a sin again. This flesh he's gonna give us, we're gonna have spiritual powers. Right? That while they're building up tanks and nuclear weapons and all that stuff, the Lord is building up his spiritual army to take down the wicked.
Yeah, Jake trying to go and get built up by getting the Mickey Vicky. You know, that's their spiritual power. Yeah, they
Getting in the hospital.
yeah, they trying to get boosted.
Yeah. So yeah, you know, that's something real quick. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but it's a preset down here. All right, go ahead.
Anytime you got roll too, but dude.
Yeah, you got the fires and everything. You got the YouTube pages, man. Go ahead and study, man.
Yeah, keep it sharp. Keep it sharp real quick for these two. You know, but we got rules. We ain't looking at you like you with.
So this is Job, chapter 23, verse 14. It says, "For Yahweh speaketh once, yea twice, yet man perceiveth it not." So as you were saying, this would be your second time, just like the brother Gabar was saying. I remember you too. You know, I've seen you before. You stopped here before. So the Most High, he speak, one time, sometimes he'll say it a second time, sometimes he'll say it 2, 3 more other times to make sure you get it. But if you resist, if you don't take heed, the only thing that is left outside of that is weeping and gnashing of teeth. That's i.e. that's destruction of Yahweh B'Hashim Yahushua. That's the judgment that's coming to this place. A lot of our people on this side, 2/3, they're gonna catch that judgment. So that's a very scary thing. It's not something to shrug off. It's something that's very serious, because that's going to be a fervent heat in that day, an intense heat, hotter than anything that you could ever think of. But the Most High, he speaks once, he'll speak twice. He'll come to you one time, you may not perceive it right away. He'll come to you again. You may not even perceive it that second time, but the Lord's only going to come so many times.
Long suffering.
Yeah, because he's patient. But he gonna come to you, especially like the elder was saying, the bishop was saying, if it's a calling on you and you keep resisting, the Lord gonna break you in half until you right. You know what? I'm good. I'm gonna do what you tell me to do. You know what I'm saying? So, but that's how that goes.
And the point is, every time he speak to you, he gonna speak louder and louder. Yeah. So the shit only gonna get worse for you. If you don't really. Eventually, you gonna yes, Lord, I hear you. Here I am. Like eventually, he gonna break you and make you say that. You can do it, like I said before, you can do it the easy way or the hard way.
Yeah. So it's better to when the Lord said, "Hey," and he tap you on the shoulder, especially, or he call your name, especially to hear what's going on, and let him come in and sup and sit down. Which I got one more, but let the brother go on.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is the book of Revelation 3:15 and 16. I know thy word, like thou art neither cool nor hot. How will thou word cool or hot? Right? So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cool nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth.
And that's spiritual. That's spiritual for that scripture to be brought out again, because the elder just brought that scripture out. So the Lord is telling you to make a choice. Choose a side, bro. You got to. You know, you ain't got no really. Like, he's gonna force you to. Yeah. He's gonna force you to pick a side, bro. I mean, like, bro, like we see this world just going to shit, and the only way to survive is through the Lord. It's through salvation through the Lord. Let's get these precepts going down the line. All right, go ahead, bring the next one up.
This is 1 Peter chapter 2, verse 7. It says, "Unto you, therefore, which believe, he is precious." So unto us that believe in the Lord, he is precious. But unto them which be disobedient, the stone which the builders disallowed, the same is made the head of the corner, and a stone of stumbling and a rock of offense unto them which stumble at the word, being disobedient, whereunto they were appointed. So for those that believe, he is precious, and if you believe in the Lord, he's precious unto you. But for those who are disobedient, you know, the ones that disallow the Lord, the stone that they refused, the Lord has now made the head of the corner, meaning he is the way, like the brother Yahweh brought out, the straight way, the straight gate.
The gate.
You know, but it says, but for those who ain't really listening, a stone of stumbling, meaning it's gonna trip you up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a rock of offense, meaning this truth is gonna be offensive to you. You're not gonna like it, you're not gonna agree with it. Because you know, most people that do, they don't love the Lord. But even to them which stumble at the word, being disobedient, whereunto it was appointed unto them. So for those who are going to continue to be disobedient and don't want to listen, this is going to keep falling and stumbling and falling, because why the hardhead don't want to listen. But this is what we were appointed to. These people on that side, we were appointed unto this. This is our blessing. This is what we are required of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua.
All right, let's get these precepts going. Who guys got one down here? All right, go ahead.
This is Joshua chapter 24, verse 14. Now therefore fear the Lord and serve him in sincerity and in truth, and put away the gods which your fathers served on the other side of the flood, and in the other side, and in Egypt, and serve ye the Lord. And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom ye will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the Amorites, in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord. Come on. And basically what he's saying is like, now's the time to choose. Like, choose the day whom you will serve. If you're not gonna choose Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, the Most High Power, you're gonna choose something of this world that has a judgment and destruction that coming behind it. This is the Lord with his hand stretched out to you, trying to bring you to the fold, his herd, his hand of protection. And it's up to you. So we leading you to the water. It's up to you to drink at this point.
Yeah.
And most people only get one chance. You hearing it again, so the Lord might be trying to, pull you in. So take heed to what he's trying to tell you.
Yeah, you're wrestling with the Lord right now.
I have a precept for you. This is Luke 15:7. I say unto you that likewise joy should be in heaven over one sinner that repented, more than over 99 just person which need to repentance. This is straight for you, brother. We here. This is a real church. We're here to give you, the real fruit. The health, the knowledge.
Yeah.
So that's what we're here. So it's a rejoice in heaven when you repentance. So that's what you need.
And just like the brother Yoel was saying, where it was saying, likewise unto you be under heaven. If one sinner that repented, you know what I'm saying, the heavens will rejoice more than 99 people that are repenting to the Lord. But that one person that turned them, the heavens go in the uproar. They go to. It's like a party up there. They glad for one person, rather than over 99. But that one person that turned, of our people that turned from their ways of transgression, i.e., sin, which is being contrary to the law, statutes, commandments of the Heavenly Father. One of our people that turned, it's a great rejoicing in heaven.
And that's not hypothetically speaking. Basically, we're letting you know what's going on right now. It's spiritual warfare out here. We're fighting for souls right now. So there's chanting going on in the heavens right now in the spiritual realm over your soul right now. What we're trying to tell you, right? You know what I'm saying? You got a calling that's calling the Lord, calling out to you. We don't know what's going to happen after this, but from what you told us from the last time you came up and the brothers were talking to you, how the turmoil that you went through, like. There's somebody in the heavens rooting for you right now. There's a reason why you're able to be here again. You feel what I'm saying? You feel what I'm saying? So take heed to what the Lord is trying to tell you. There's a scripture that came out twice on both ends. Like you walk down this way, that scripture came out again. You'll be cold or hot. You got to choose a side. There's already one chosen for you. There's already a side chosen for you. You get what I'm saying?
Did you read this sinner in heaven? One sinner?
Yeah, you just read that.
All right, that was
but I'm saying though, that's spiritual though. That's spiritual though.
That's deep. I'm gonna bring it out then. Why not?
Yeah.
This is Luke 15:7. I say unto you
that likewise joy shall be in heaven over one sinner that repenteth, more than over 99 just persons which need no repentance.
And that's crazy because think about it, bro. How these scriptures are coming back to back to you. The elder, you read the one where it was said cold or hot, and then right after you read it, y'all all came back and read the same scripture. He just read that scripture that you just read. See how I just flipped back and forth just like that, bro?
Yeah, he like, you ain't heard in that ear. Let me talk to this.
Right.
Yeah. Let me miss it.
He ain't like you miss it.
Right, bro.
He ain't like you miss it.
I got one more.
Yeah.
All right, you got one more. All right, go ahead.
This is
gonna get down to this side.
This is Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. It says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore hear the word of my mouth and give them warning from me. So we are sent by Yahweh Bashim Yahshua out to the highways and the byways to our people. And we are the watchmen that the Lord has set up to give our people warning from him. Because we know what's going to happen. We know what the Lord is going to do. We understand what his will is, you know. So we are out here to bring forth the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahshua to our people on this sign right here, no matter what they look like. If they from this 12 tribes, it's for them. It's not about color. But we are, just like Ezekiel, we are the watchmen that the Lord is sending forth to our people to give them warning of him. Because the Lord is finna get real busy. He's finna get out. Things are happening the way they happening. It's finna keep happening that way. And it's gonna get way more bad before it get better. So the Lord is speaking.
Oh, real quick, we got a brother got a quick testimony, real quick, kind of went through the same thing. Tell us so he just wanted to say something.
The name of the Most High is important because, like, what's your name? Daniel. If I was calling you Mark, right? You feel me? You would like it or answer, right? The Most High, you gotta have a name. It's important to have a name. That's the thing that helped me like get into the truth. Like, the name's the most important thing. Like, that's my first step.
What's the name again?
Yahweh. That means he is Yahweh Shah. That means he who delivers in the Paleo Hebrew tongue. So it's important to have a name. If you don't have a name, you ain't got shit out there, man, really. So you gotta have a name, bro. That's all I got for you.
This is the book of 1 Corinthians, chapter 5 and verse 11. Knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, we persuade men.
Right, we know the terror of the Lord. I ain't gonna give it to you right now. I can attest that my foot, here go the narrow path. My toe crossed the line a little bit, and the Lord intervened at that moment. You get what I'm saying? Get him over here. Yeah. Dead ass. Like, the Lord didn't give me no slack, bro. Period. Yeah. I got it. He put me back in pocket. He put me back in pocket. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, bro. Listen, it's a terrible thing to fall into the hands of the Lord. You know what I'm saying? He's the king of terror. So you want to talk about terrorizing? He will terrorize you till you do what he's asking you to do. Go ahead, bring it up.
Psalm chapter 90, verse 11. Who knows the power of thy anger? Even according to thy fear, so is thy wrath. Verse 12. So teach us to number our days, Slakia, that we may apply our hearts, meaning our mind, unto wisdom. Wisdom from above and not from below. He's calling you, he's getting your attention, and now he's gonna get a little more tougher.
And how's he? In what way? How's he teaching us a number of our ways? According to the prophecies, teaching according to the spirit of truth. Those are all the things that are being taught, and we're able to measure the times diligent within itself by the prophecies, man. So understanding what you become a part of by opening the door that the Lord is knocking on. Someone please up.
No. All right, go ahead. This is the book of Ephesians 5:15 all the way to 17. See then that ye walk circumspectly.
Right, like when you're walking in a dark alleyway, right? You don't walk just looking like this. You look around, don't you? Man, what you don't realize, we're in that dark alleyway right now. This world is darkness, bro. So you gotta look around, bro. You can't just be walking around, bibbity bop. You can't be walking around like that, man. You gotta remain circumspect. And so you gotta carry that flashlight. The flashlight is the word. Go ahead.
Again, Ephesians 5:15. See then that ye walk circumspectly, not as a fool, but as a wise, redeeming the time because the days are evil.
The days are evil, man. The days are full of deep, bad times and darkness. So that's why we gotta walk circumspectly, man. We're walking in a dark place, and we got one little flashlight, right? But what happens? Like the darkness tries to consume whatever the light's not shining at. You see what I'm saying? But it can't consume it when you walk around shining the light everywhere you go. As you turn, you know what I'm saying? What does the darkness do? It flees from the light. So we got to continue to bear that light. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord's trying to give you that light in this dark place, man. That was a dark thing that they did to you. Not necessarily, not even just the police, what they did to you in the hospital, bro. You get what I'm saying? If they could, they would have their way with us, but the Lord won't allow that to happen. That's what He's trying to show you. They could have had their way with you, but the Lord's not going to allow that to happen. All right, go ahead.
Ephesians 5:17 and 18. Wherefore be ye not unwise, but understanding what the will of the Lord is.
So the Lord, like, not only is He open up His armory to bring these weapons of war to destroy this place, but He's opened up His armory for His elect, meaning wisdom. He's trying to pour it in. That's because that's our weapon.
Yeah.
He's trying to pour it in us so we can use it. You feel what I'm saying? So just like remember Transformers and Starscream, what was his name? Starscream used to use Megatron as the gun. You see what I'm saying? The Lord is using us as his battle axe and weapon of war. It's a spiritual warfare going on here right now. Go ahead, Savon.
My last one, and that's the main point. You know, okay. Ephesians 5:18. And be not drunk with wine, wherein is excess, but be filled with the Spirit.
Right. Don't be around here. That's twofold, spiritual and physical. Yeah, you gotta pour out that cup. You know, all that old stuff we learned in the world that they taught us, that foolishness, we gotta get rid of all that so the Lord can put the new wine in us. You know what I'm saying? That's what the Lord's trying to do. Okay?
This is Sirach 18 and 20. Before judgment, examine thyself. That's number in your ways. So before the judgment day, examine yourself. Seek the Lord early and you shall find Him. And in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy. See, the Lord is visiting the earth right now. So in the day when the Lord visits you, He said, what should you do when the Lord visits you, man? All right? Who can stand before the Most High, right? Who can stand before the judgment? Before judgment, examine thyself. And in the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy. Humble thyself before thou be sick. And in the times of sins, show repentance. Let nothing hinder thee to pay thy vow in due time, and defer not until death to be justified. Before thou prayest, prepare thyself, and be not as one that tempteth the Lord. It's confusing, so you can break it down. Think upon the wrath. So you got to think about it. You're thinking about it now, right? Think about the wrath that shall be at the end, right? Think about the wrath that shall be at the end and the time of vengeance. So think about that time, all right? Right now we cool, but think about that time. You're gonna want to look back and say, all right, I did what the Lord told me to do. When mommy and daddy come home and they bring that belt out and tell everybody to line up, you know, I did mine.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what you want to be able to say, though. And the Lord is trying to prepare you for that. You just gotta listen.
Right. It says, think upon the wrath, that ass whooping that's coming. that shall be at the end, in the time of vengeance. What's the end? The end of Esau's rulership. You know, the race the Caucasian race that's ruling now.
Yeah.
The end of their rulership. Just because somebody look like them, that doesn't mean they're of their race.
I can't wait for that.
Right. So the end of their rulership, you want to get the victory, not be destroyed with them.
No.
The people we hate, right? Well, the wickedness that we hate. It says, think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, and in the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his wrath, or turn away his face. When thou hast enough, remember the time of hunger. All right, so what do you say? Because goods are so good cheap right now. Victuals. Yeah, if you want to get it, you can real quick. All right, because everything cheap. You can go in the store and buy stuff right now. If you had a farm, you had to work for that meal. If we were surviving in the woods, you had to work for that meal and build a fire before you can even eat, really, most of the time. So things are made easy right now, so people think they got it good. Every time Jacob get blessed, they wax fat and they kick. They rebel against the Lord. You see that? Every time the Lord bless us in any kind of way, he brought us over here to America. We was on the bottom in slavery, calling on the Lord. Swing low, sweet chariot. Crying like a mother, right? But as soon as we got out of slavery, what happened? They start selling out, becoming preachers for Esau, becoming preachers, 501c3 charter, getting a watch, or they get a little bit of money. Remember Chicken George?
Yeah.
When Jake get a little bit of money, first thing they go do is buy what? Watches, hats. You see that? They good. I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just trying to take care of my children. I'm good, right? But the Lord said, remember how things really are. Remember what it'll be like when there's no food. Remember what it'll be like on that hospital bed. I just watched a guy on the internet die the other day. He was dying for a few days. He had cancer or some shit. And he was telling he went into hospice, his kidneys failure. So he went in the hospital, they took him off dialysis, and he said he's about to die in a few days. So his last few days was what? Was thinking about God. See that? Remember the Father in the days of thy youth, before the evil days come nigh. You got that? Yep. That's right. Real quick, I'm gonna finish this and you can bring that up. You have one? Go ahead. Look at these two. Let's let the Spirit speak.
Second Ezra chapter 16, verse 21. It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case.
See?
Even then shall evils grow upon earth.
Even then, people buying, going to Walmart, they doing all this. You got it. They going to Walmart. What Walmart slogan? Everyday low prices. But now you got hyperinflation creeping up. You got the dollar crash right around the corner, just like in the 1930s. What happened in the 1930s when the dollar crashed? That was the highest number of suicide rates around that time. What are you seeing a lot of these executives doing? Jumping off buildings, killing themselves. They're living for the dollar. They're living for the dollar. Their whole life is based around that. But you a spiritual man. You see that? You've just been walking two paths. You know what I'm saying? Now it's time to straighten them feet out and walk on one path. Do the slide like this. On one path. You know, the narrow way. Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, and even then.
And walking alone. Why? Because if you fall alone, you get up alone. If you go through persecution alone, you'll get the victory alone. It'll be for you. Your crown is for you. Your crown is not for her, for me, or anybody. Your crown is for you. So the Lord said, let no man take thy crown. Right? And what they pushing out here, deception, trying to put you to sleep. Everything cool, man. God loves you. Now he mad.
Yeah, I see that.
You feel me?
You prove that.
Okay, brother.
It says, and
right,
even.
Man. That's right. Don't run from this fire, brother. Don't run. Don't run. You can run, but you can't hide.
Brother, did you have a question?
Nah, he ain't got no question. He ain't like what we said. He love everybody. Yeah. So he got offended.
It says, behold, victuals shall be so good cheap upon earth that they shall think themselves to be in good case, and even then shall evils grow upon earth.
So the evil's growing upon the earth. The fire. The Lord said, the fire is kindled in my anger. What will I if it already be kindled? What do you think his will is if you see an Armageddon breaking out? World War III. You seeing the dollar crash. What do you think he about to do? It's crumbling. It's done. These people are like, no, this? You think the Lord gonna destroy this? This night, they just mowed the lawn this morning. You think he gonna destroy it? Yeah, he gonna destroy this shit, man, and the lawnmower. Go ahead, brother. Go ahead.
It says, sword, famine, and great confusion.
So sword is growing on the earth, meaning World War III, and they got terrorist accomplices here in America, terrorist cells. So sword, martial law, is right at the doorstep. You see that? So sword, famine, no food. No food. All right, go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 12:1.
Yep.
Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth.
So now's the time to remember the Lord, where you can walk around and read. You can still get a book. In the slavery times, it was illegal for us to have books. You know, and what's coming soon, you ain't gonna have time to be trying to read.
I think there's a reason for that too.
Yeah. Revelation 1 and 3. This is the reason. This is the reason, yo, bro. That's the spirit, man. Let's check it out. Revelation 1 and 3.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 1 and verse 3.
Yep, you said this is the reason why they didn't want to read. Check it out.
Blessed is he that readeth, and they that hear the words of this prophecy, and keep those things which are written therein, for the time is at hand.
Right, because the Lord said, look into the scriptures, because in them you think to have salvation. See that? Because when we read the scriptures, it's made for us. Everything comes with a manual. This is our manual. You see that? So they didn't want us to read. They want to keep us disconnected from the Lord, from our power. What's the word God means? Power.
Because that was our power.
Come on, bro.
Disable us.
Plug, keep us out of the plug. Like a plug just sitting there dangling in the socket right there. All right. So it said, go ahead, you was reading.
Ecclesiastes 12 and 1. Remember now thy creator in the days of thy youth.
Right, remember him, man.
While the evil days come not,
right,
nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have no pleasure in them.
Right, you don't want to end up in, I pray it don't happen, but in the hospital, that's when we start thinking about God. That's what he was showing you. That's literally what he was showing you. From the brother teaching you, and then kind of like putting it behind you a little bit, not in disrespect, but it's disrespect for him.
Yeah.
Not us. It's like, I hear you. Okay, I hear you. And we put it in a little chamber in our mind somewhere, and we file it away. The Lord like, no, you better get that out and read it.
Pick me up.
Yeah. Hey, you better use that as a light to your path.
What'd you say? They gave you a sunroof?
Yeah.
That was the Lord that gave you that, bro.
Yeah.
Now the Lord tightened you up. Can't no man do nothing to you unless the Lord allows. Read the book of Job.
Yeah, I don't know what happened, but he said, yeah, he'll be beaten with many stripes. Yeah.
He's trying to get you to tighten up.
Lord, it knocked my teeth out. I done seen brother show up with no teeth.
Yeah, it changed.
And it was like, yo, you was right, brother. You was right.
Yeah.
Like,
I wish I would have listened.
All right. Last precept. Last part of the verse. Sirach 18 and 25. Now to the point. When thou hast enough, remember the time of hunger. See that? And when thou art rich, think upon poverty and need. From the morning until the evening, the time is changed, and all things are soon done before Yahweh. So everything that we doing, running this rat race, it's all gonna be wrapped up, closed up like a book before the Lord real soon. You know what I mean? So we should serve him. He said we live our lives like a tale that is told in a story. So how you want to write the rest of your story? Didn't Nipsey say that? You gotta write it. It's already written out. It's already written, but you gotta live it and act it out.
Okay.
That's why we have in the Bible the book of Acts.
Yeah.
You gotta act out your part in good or evil. The Lord only got two parts. He don't have no gray areas.
Nah.
You only got two sides. You got the wicked and you got good. Yeah, that's right. So you gotta choose what side you want. A wise man, which I believe you are, will fear in everything. That's what you're saying. The brother saying, watch yourself and number this up. Teach us to number our days. Right? A wise man will fear in everything. That's what the bar was telling you. Like, yo, watch, you know?
Yeah.
And in the day of sinning, he will beware of offense. But a fool will not observe time. So a fool that just walked off, he ain't observing the time. You see that? I mean, I just told you if you got to leave, you cool. But you listen and ate enough.
Yeah.
You know? But that guy walked off because he got offended. He got offended. He walked off, so he missing this truth. Go ahead, brother.
I have an injection.
Right.
This is Proverbs 8:32 all the way to the end. Now, therefore, hearken unto me, all ye children, for blessed are they that keep my way. Hear instruction and be wise and refute it not.
A key word in that is hear instructions. We got to be able to hear the instructions to be able to follow the instructions.
Yeah.
You know, so he's calling out to you. You got to listen.
Blessed is the man that heareth me, watching daily at my gate, waiting at the post of my door.
Being a watchman unto the Lord, man, waiting at the post of the door. You know?
That's what he's doing now.
God.
This is the post of the door right here.
For what findeth me, findeth life, and should obtain favor of the Lord Yahushua.
Right, the Lord said he's going to put blood upon the doorpost. We represent that now.
God.
But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate my love death.
Those that hate him love death.
No, come.
Yeah, so those that hate the Lord, they love death. And you have 2/3 of our people. The brother Ricard brought it out earlier. They have made a covenant with death and made lies their refuge, man.
They treat it like it's a game, like NBA, like it's a.
Yeah, they be playing with the Lord, man.
I got numbers. I got more numbers than you, more bodies. Like.
Right. But, we're talking about spiritual, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but ultimately that spiritual that's gonna lead them to physical bodies.
Nah, people. I don't have no bodies. I'm low.
Thank you. Be proud of that, man.
Yeah, I'm not going to. Yeah, I'm not going to have nobody.
Did you catch that, officer?
Tempo.
But yo, man, Lord doing something beautiful with you. I just hope you can see it. You know what I'm saying? I really hope you can see it, man.
I pray so.
Man, just go home and pray to that name, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. Pray to Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai.
Bust out that phone, get you some earphones, start there. That's what you're gonna need. You be moving around a lot.
What's some good music, man?
The song that we singing on YouTube, GMS Lions Den.
Yeah.
I mean Lions Den. Sorry, guys.
Walk around, you can listen to while you're doing it. Get you some headphones, and you know what I'm saying. You got a phone? you got a cell phone?
Yeah.
Yeah. Get the YouTube page, and you can.
You bump that, man.
Yeah, and you bump that. Listen to the lessons. Get caught up to speed, so you can be out here doing what we do.
You can be chilling.
Hey.
I got some music for you too, though. Yeah. Where that paper at? He gave.
Baby, you got that paper?
Yeah. Put it in your pocket.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely that too. Yeah.
All right.
Let's keep it running. Yeah, you got it.
Precept out.
All right, this is I'm bringing this precept out basically for the brothers, so that way we can increase the knowledge, continue to watch the videos. Right. This is Proverbs 1:1. It's like the Proverbs chapter 1 verse 5. A wise man will hear and will increase learning, and a man of understanding shall attain unto wise counsel. And it's that wise counsel that the Lord has brought you to, who has put the spirit of truth on us. And now we're spreading that spirit of truth on you, right? Trying to fill up your cup up with the knowledge and the understanding, man. So stay diligent, man. Look into the fly, go on the website, on the YouTube page, look at videos, and increase your knowledge, man. Tell you, the Lord's working with you, man. Likewise, you know me?
I've seen you in the past.
Oh, okay, God. Okay, God. I'm like, well, you seen me at one of my first time.
That's spiritual.
God.
That's spiritual.
God. But it's like, what's up? Shalom, brother. Nice to see you again. But yeah, keep that knowledge going, man. Hey, dig deep, man. Show yourself approved.
Got a precept? Yeah. There's a precept down here.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 7, verse 7. Wherefore I pray, and understanding was given me. I call unto Yahweh Shai, and the spirit of wisdom came to me.
Right. We call on Yahweh through the name of Yahweh Shai for wisdom. The spirit of wisdom be given unto us, man. Because he said, if any man lack wisdom, let him ask of the Most High, and who will give unto him liberally, who upbraideth not. You know. So he's not gonna hold on to the wisdom. He's gonna give it to you fluently. But I'm trying to catch a case, boy. I'm gonna fall out almost, bro. But yeah, man, you gotta really understand, bro. Like, all you do have to ask for wisdom in those names, Yahweh and Yahweh Shai, man. Ask for wisdom in those names. Yahweh in the name of Yahweh Shai, please grant me wisdom, the Holy Spirit of truth, man. And he'll give it unto you, man. As long as you sincere. As long as you're sincere, he'll correct you in all your ways, and he'll get you on the path of righteousness, man.
Yeah.
You know. All right, Kabosh.
This is 2nd Ezra, chapter 9, and verse 7. And everyone that shall be saved and shall be able to escape by his works and by faith, whereby ye have believed, shall be preserved from the said perils, and shall see my salvation in my land and within my borders.
And that's what we're trying to get preserved from the said perils. We're trying to be protected in that time of famine. We want to be able to eat. The Lord said the ones that truly believe in his name, everybody else is going to be hungry, but we're going to eat. You know what I'm saying? The Lord said he's going to protect. He wants us in the middle of the danger so he can show his power.
Yeah. We don't miss it.
Yeah. So he's going to be able to show his power. You know what I'm saying? Show his power, his true power. The world doesn't forget about the power of the Most High. But he gonna make them remember. You know, he gonna make them remember with destruction and through preserving
They're gonna meet Alashadja.
Yeah, that's who they don't want to meet.
They're gonna meet Alashadja. That means terrible demon-like power.
Yeah.
Who
And so,
created the demons?
right. Right. Yeah. So he said, let the multitude perish that were born in vain, but let my grape be kept. See what I'm saying? So they said the slaying of the Lord shall be many. You know, so talking about bodies, the Lord got bodies.
Yeah.
He got a lot of bodies. You know what I'm saying? Hey, the Lord whole face will be covered with teardrops real tough.
He got bodies going back to Adam.
Like all
real OG that man.
For real, you talk about a stepper? Man, listen, the Lord is stepping for real. So understanding that's what we're dealing with. That's why he tells you don't be worried about who can hurt the flesh. Don't be worried about these individuals out here thinking they tough. Because he gonna show you who ain't. The Lord gonna show these individuals how tough they not. Straight up. He gonna show them how tough they not, bro. He said he gonna have those tough men crying like a woman travailing in pain from childbirth. Screaming and wailing.
They ain't been through what we've been through.
Nah, they ain't, but they gonna go through it though.
Yeah.
They're gonna go through it though. The Lord's gonna make sure they go through it.
Make them break.
But our affliction is coming to an end, and he's gonna preserve us the rest of the way.
Right, precept.
You know what I'm saying?
2 Corinthians 12:9. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee.
And that's really only thing that we need is the grace. Because that's enough reward for, you know what I'm saying? That he ain't destroying us for our
last one for you.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. My grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness.
So when we're at a low point, at a weak, somebody get to back that up. 1 Corinthians chapter 1. I think it started at verse 17.
This is hold on.
Wait, hold on real quick. Read that again, show.
And he said, 2 Corinthians 12:9. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Yahweh Shai may rest upon me.
So we glory in our infirmities, right? In our afflictions and our being brought low. We glory in that because guess what? The Lord's going to show his power in that, man. So all these people that are up high, they're gonna be looking towards their riches and the things that they have, which are what they deem to be tangible, but are not tangible because they're gonna be destroyed, right? To cover them, but we're covered by the Lord. We're covered by something they can't even see, but we see them through faith. All right, bring that out.
This is 1 Corinthians chapter 1, verse 24. 25. Because the foolishness of Yahweh is wiser than men, and the weaknesses of Yahweh is stronger than men.
So even in our weakness, we're stronger than these devils. We're stronger than anything out here. Because guess what? We're covered. We got the power of Yahweh Bashim Al-Shai siding with us. You get what I'm saying? Keep going.
Verse 26. For ye see your calling, brethren.
You see your calling, right? Go ahead.
How that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called.
Right, so they ain't calling no Obamas and TD Jakes and individuals like that. They ain't calling them. They calling regular average individuals like you and I. You know what I'm saying? That's what we calling. So to the world, we look like nothing.
Yeah, ain't nothing special about me.
Hey, according to the Lord, it is. Yeah. So you can't say that no more.
That's true. Right. To make a diamond, you ain't gonna look for nothing shiny.
Right.
Charcoal.
Bingo. Right. What
in the dirt.
Yeah, it's in the dirt. You gotta take it out the dirt and you gotta clean it up. That's what the Lord doing to us. You know what I'm saying? Keep going.
You didn't see that coming.
Verse 27. But Yahweh have chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and Yahweh have chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty.
So that weakness, our weakness is going to show the power of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. Right? By you, man, you don't understand the power of the Lord that He is showed by you being in a hospital bed and be standing right here before us right now. You know what I'm saying? You gotta truly understand that. Go ahead.
Verse 28. And base things of the world and things which are despised have Yahweh chosen, and things which are not, to bring to not things that are.
So he gonna use us to bring this system down through faith. said, faith as small as a mustard seed, you shall say to this mountain, move from henceforth. And we're witnessing that mountain move right now. We're witnessing America crumble right in our eyes, bro. So you gotta make sure you're on the winning team. You know what I'm saying? So the Lord's gonna tell you to choose the side. Zaquan?
I got two.
All right.
Jeremiah 51:20. You gonna break it down? Thou art my battle axe and weapons of war.
So that's talking to the elect of the children of Israel. Thou art my battle axe with weapon of war. But that warfare we're fighting right now is spiritual. We got to use wisdom to fight this battle.
Yep.
But remember when I told you about healing in his wings on new bodies? Oh, he gonna wake up fishers, and after that he's gonna wake up hunters. And we gotta hunt the wicked. So we're going through boot camp right now, though. You feel what I'm saying? The Lord is taking us through boot camp to condition us to be soldiers for his army.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying?
It says, thou art my battle axe and weapons of war, for with thee will I break in pieces the nations, and with thee will I destroy kingdoms.
With thee, I will break in pieces the nation, and with thee, I will destroy kingdoms. How is he doing it first? By us pulling people out of this system. Because if you pull people away from the system can no longer work. The system we start to see the system unravel. Right. So we found that one little string of yarn and we're pulling it. And it's unraveling. You want to say real quick interjection real quick?
Definitely.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 16, verse 16, behold, I will send for many fishers.
Now we're fishing, right? You took the bait. We're reeling you in.
Right. You see how we all hype with the scriptures?
Right.
Right here with the fishing rod. Someday it's gonna be a sword. We're gonna be hyped like that too. This is the other sword. This is spiritual sword. You're gonna be with us.
No. You're gonna have the sword in your hand. You ain't got it.
I'm swinging with you.
There you go. That ass. That's what we try to get. We try to set you up so you can swing with us.
That's right.
We're trying to set you up for the so you can swing with us. All right.
Said the Lord Yahweh, and they shall fish them. After I will send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain, from every hill, out of the holes and the rocks.
So the Lord's gonna them right there.
They're gonna get hunted.
Yeah, they gonna get hunted. That's what we hunting for. That's the target acquired. That's it. That's it right there.
What they call them in slavery? Overseers.
Overseers, yeah. Those are the overseers right now. Those are the. Now you remember in the Western, you go into the post office and they got the wanted posters up there. Well, if you go into the spiritual realm, there's posters up there with wanted posters of these individuals.
That's right.
The Lord got a judgment for all these individuals. He's going to use us to bring that judgment to.
Hey, Con, similar to that, just how that wicked is, won't it? Right there, shit. Hey, everybody right there.
They look wicked, man.
I wait for it.
You sure? Okay, go ahead.
This is the book of Psalms 149, verse 6. Let the high praises of Yahweh be in their mouth and a two-edged sword in their hand to execute vengeance upon the heathen and punishments upon the people, to bind their kings with chains and their nobles with fetters of iron, to execute upon them the judgment written. This honor have all his saints, praise ye the Lord. Man. So going back to what Kanak was saying, the Lord got some wanted posters for those individuals in the heavens, man. So guess what? We're gonna come out and we're gonna fray them devils, man. The same ones that put our people in this hellish condition.
And guess how we're gonna do it? According to the Lord's anger. They say he pissed off with the wicked every day. Every day, not one day, but every day. So that anger,
they piss him off every day.
Yeah, yes, correct, bro. Correct, bro. So what side you want to be on? The side that pisses them off, or the side that issues the judgment to the one that pisses them off?
I'd rather rock with them.
That's what we're trying to say.
I got two now. This goes into the target of wanted posters by the Punisher. You know what I mean? It says Isaiah 63:2, and his name Yahushua. It said he bears not the sword in vain. All right. Wherefore art thou red in thine apparel, and thy garments like him that treadeth in the wine fat. All right, so when we used to tread out the grapes to make wine, they had a little treading area where you would go to stomp out the grapes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get the juice to flow out, the blood to flow out the grapes. Well, this is that place too. All right. spiritually speaking. You gotta go to. I'm gonna be quick, bro. It says we usually have the man to be focused and the woman to pull. I'm just letting you know. All right. It says I have trodden the winepress alone. So Yahushua is coming to trodden the winepress, meaning hunt down the wicked. And of the people there was none with me, for I will tread them in my anger and trample them in my fury, and their blood shall be sprinkled upon my garments, and I will stain all my raiment. Man, he gonna snap. He going in. For the day of vengeance is in my heart, and the year of my redeemed is come. So he thinking about them every day. All right? He thinking about them every day, man.
Right.
All right, last one real quick. And, let you roll, brother.
Yes, sir.
Let me get this real quick.
Coming back.
Yep, there you go. Psalms 5 and 8. You got this one? It says, lead me, O Yahweh, in thy righteousness, because of mine enemies, man. They got so many lies and deception out here.
Handiwork of our enemies.
Right, look at this. This today. So we need guidance through this. Through all these deceptions and lies. So we asking the Lord to lead us and take our hand.
Right, they busy.
That's right.
We need to get busy.
We need to get busy.
We need to get busy. That's what the Lord trying to tell you, get busy.
Yep. Lead me, O Yahweh, in thy righteousness because of mine enemies. Make thy way straight before my path, meaning clear, so you don't get confused. Yes. That's what's happening.
Yes, sir.
For there is no faithfulness in their mouth, these false teachers. Their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulcher, a grave. Everything they talk is dead talk, wicked talk. Right? Don't let that confuse you, bro. Yeah, don't let it distract you. She ain't in another city. She right there. Don't let it distract you. All right? Don't let it distract you. All right? It says, I'm going to be quick, though. Just stick with me. It says, for there is no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulcher. They flatter with their tongue. They flatter you with their tongue. Come into the church. You might run into that now that we taught you. You're going to run into somebody else who's going to try to teach you and say, come join this church. Don't listen to them. Hey, Chuck, we got some food for you. You be like, oh, the flattery. I take the food, but yeah, I ain't listening to that. You feel me? Keep the words, but I take the food.
That's like eccentric.
Thank you. Yeah, so ignore that. But no, you discern. I ain't saying ignore it. Discern it. Challenge them. Say, I'm going to listen. I'm going to figure you out. No, that's off. They don't say that in the Bible. Right? Try them to see if they're of the Lord. Try every spirit. Now check it out. It says, destroy them, O Yahweh. Let them fall by their own counsels. Cast them out in the middle of their transgressions, for they have rebelled against thee. But let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. See, the Lord gonna defend us, right? And we make the woman follow us. We choose our path. And I'm gonna stand my ground 10 toes down. And that bird better not fly out of my branches. You feel me? You get me? Because it's all gonna fly back. All right? If something flies away from you and never come back, it wasn't yours in the first place. All right? So now, but let all those that put their trust in thee rejoice. Let them ever shout for joy, because thou defendest them. Let them also that love thy name be joyful in thee. What's his name? Yahweh. What's his son's name? Yahushua. To get to the Father, you got to know his son's name. This is the point you can rock, brother. For thou, O Yahweh, will bless the righteous, and with favor wilt thou compass him as with a shield. So the Lord will be covering you, and people be like, why is he protected and I'm not? You feel me? So the Lord gonna compass you, like you were saying, will protect you out here, man. Yeah, but
now I'm gonna keep praying.
Yeah, the scriptures say the Most High controls the issues of life and death. It says to him, they belong to him. It don't matter what the doctor say. But go ahead, I know you got to go ahead, bro. Hey, man. Bless you, man. Yep, love you too, bro. Yep, no doubt. Yeah, bless you, man. Y'all bless you, man. I'll try to work it out. Yep, it's on you now, though. We can't walk the path for you.
Don't turn into a Bruce Lee.
Yep, we can't walk the path for you, though, man.
I wish I could.
We could, we would. Right.
Well, I guess that. Any precepts?
All right.
man.
It's the book of
No, it's on you.
This is the book of Mark, chapter 4 and verse 13.
Shalom, brother.
Shalom. Shalom. This is Mark 4 and 14. The sower soweth the word, and these are they by the wayside where the word is sown. But when they have heard, Satan cometh immediately and taketh away the word that was sown in their hearts.
And the thing about it is, that's what cuz right there was standing there was set up to do. But the Lord didn't let him get in. The Lord didn't let him get in. The Lord had him got his little feelings hurt so he could get the hell on, so the brother could receive what he was supposed to receive.
Yeah, the devil can't get to you. He usually get to the closest one next to you.
Right. So boom. So he uses woman. But hopefully the Lord, he took heed to what the Lord was trying to tell him, man. And it's fucked up because I could tell whatever they did to him caused brain damage.
Yep.
At first I thought he was drunk, but I started looking at his pattern and his movement and stuff. I'm like, oh, he's fucked up.
Yeah.
He's fucked up. Like, you see how he's doing like this? The whole left side of his body fucked up.
Well, he said they were kicking him.
Yeah.
You know?
He said they tased him right here.
Wow.
But see, that's why we got to get out here and do the work, man, for shit like that. To put this devil so the Lord could come down here and bring judgment on this place and put this devil in this place so we don't have to see our people go through that shit, man. That shit like that was the reason why Paul said he wished he was a curse. He wished he was a curse thing. Wish he could go through the struggle just for his people to be saved, not to see his people going through this shit, man. You know, it vexes us every day to see our people have to go through this shit. Like, you know, like I started to take this truth very personal when the elder sat down with me one day. We were at my house, and he said that he wished that he could go, that we didn't have to go through what's to come, that he wished that he could go through it for us. And it takes a level of integrity for somebody to sit there and tell you something like that, that they'll go through a struggle just so you can get a prize that none of us are worthy of. You get what I'm saying? That's the spirit of the Lord right there. So understanding that, even though I increased the knowledge, right, very quickly when I came in the truth, that level of compassion for the children of Israel, I didn't have that at that moment until I had that conversation with the elder. You know what I'm saying? So I knew from that moment, I knew what I was getting myself into. A lot of us don't know what we entering into when we enter into this truth. We think it's about learning scriptures and breaking stuff down and yelling and pointing the finger at people. First Outkast album, they was explaining what it meant, and he said if you think it's all about pimping hoes and slamming Cadillac doors, then you're probably an Edomite. But they didn't say Edomite, but meaning the culture of music or the culture or the things that we go through in life in the South, dealing with Esau. But the facade of everything, when people enter into this truth, they think it's all about opening the Bible and yelling at people, not understanding the level of compassion and the spirit that you need to be in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. How he came. He went through hell, persecuted, spit on. You got something? Somebody say something? Persecuted, everything, but he opened not his mouth. And then when he was up there on the cross, right? A lot of people thought that was his life. Yeah, okay. A lot of people considered that to be his lowest point, but actually that was his highest point. That was his highest point. And what did he say? He said, "Forgive them, Father, for they know not what they do." And what did Stephen say? When he saw Yahweh Shai, when the heavens opened up, when they stoned him to death, he said, "Father, lay this not to their charge." So we got to understand what we're entering into when we do this work, man. You know, if we do this, willingly, we got a reward waiting in heaven for it. But if we do this unwillingly, man, a dispensation of the gospel. Look at IUIC, ISUPK. They ain't gonna never be able to get the full truth, never, because they're not doing it worthy. They're not doing willingly. They're doing it for filthy lucre's sake, man.
Scripture say, no man war. Sit him not down first and see if he have sufficient enough to finish the race.
You gotta count the cause before you sit down and you coming out the gate sprinting, right? And now you ain't got enough gas to the end to make it all the way to the end.
Right. Yeah, look at the path ahead of you. Get prepared. Preparation meets opportunity. Take a deep breath, meaning breathe in the word, and you take your damn steps. That's it.
And
that's it.
Oh, slide.
I was saying, that's it. After that, ain't no other thoughts.
And bro, you reached a milestone today. You reached a milestone today. What compelled you to reach out to that brother? Because you seen some likeness in yourself that you were in the past in him. That's what the Lord could use you for. You got to do it though, bro. Just like it compelled you to do it just then. That's what we've been talking about every day after camp, after you get to camp. That's what I was talking about, bro. Like the Lord is guiding you. You got to understand who. I feel like I'm a man of the Lord, not because of what I do myself, because of the counsel that the Lord surrounds me by. He keeps me safe by having these brothers. Like, I got these brothers at my disposal. I can call any one of these brothers at any given time if I'm going through some shit. Now the Lord is granting you access to that. You get what I'm saying? So don't take it for granted. Just do what you. Ain't nobody trying to get you to come out here and break down Daniel chapter 7. You know what I'm saying? But you can get out here and teach what you know, and then eventually you'll be out here breaking down Daniel chapter 7. You get what I'm saying? The Lord will invite you to the mysteries and the dark sayings once He knows that you're taking this shit seriously. That right there, what you just did, was taking it seriously.
Oh, yeah?
Because you didn't want that brother to leave until you knew that he had the name. You get what I'm saying? So we got any more precepts? All right, go ahead.
This is the book of Colossians, chapter 2 and verse 3. In whom are hid all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge.
Who are the treasures of wisdom and knowledge hid to? The children of Israel, who are the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The sons of God that walk the earth. We have always been accounted as nothing. But the Lord said that we are something. The Lord has given us our value. So we need to understand the Father's name is Yahweh. His Son's name is Yahushua. America's about to be destroyed. If you don't know these things, you're going to be caught up in that destruction. Go ahead.
And this I say, lest any man should beguile you with enticing words. For though I be absent in the flesh, yet am I with you in the spirit.
Right, because the Lord, because that was Paul speaking. Paul was saying, like, these words that I've given it to you, right? Carry on in my footsteps. Though I be absent in the body, I'm still there in the spirit. Same way, even though Yahushua is not here physically, He sent His spirit down here. That's why He said when the bridegroom is here, they need not to fast. But when the bridegroom leaveth, that's when we need to fast. That's when we need to show forth our praise in Yahweh by Shem Yahushua, because now His spirit, according to Isaiah 34 and 16, His spirit has gathered us, man. Go ahead.
And this, for though I be absent in the spirit, yet am I with you in the Salakia. For though I be absent in the flesh, yet am I with you in the spirit, joying and beholding your order and the steadfastness of your faith in Yahushua Mashiach, as ye have therefore received Yahushua HaMashiach, your Lord, so walk ye in Him.
Right. So that was Paul speaking, right? But who is that message from? The message was from Yahushua. Even though He's not here with us in the flesh, He's still here with us in the spirit, man. You get what I'm saying? So everything that we speak is a message given from Yahweh Bashim Yahushua through us, right? So now, you already hear the saying, don't shoot the messenger, right? To the people that we give the message to, what happens if we don't give the message when we're commissioned to give the message? The one that sent the message is going to put judgment upon us. All right, go ahead.
This is James 1 and 22. Be ye doers of the word and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves.
Right. So you got to be. So guess what? Once we understand and start to learn this truth, it becomes a part of our life. It becomes our lifestyle. Right. So now you begin to check this out. You begin to teach just by living. You begin to teach just by living. It said, John chapter 1, it said, and the word became flesh. As soon as you receive this Holy Spirit, you become, like I like to say, little Yahushua, man. We become gateways to get to Yahushua, which is going to lead us to Yahweh. Right. So we got to understand that and hold ourselves accountable for our responsibilities of being on this earth. It ain't to indulge in shit like these people. Yeah, we can stop and smell the roses. My daughter wasn't feeling good a couple weeks ago, and one thing that made her feel better is I took her outside. My little three, we hadn't been out because I've been so caught up in everything. We haven't even been outside that much. So I took her outside and took her for a walk. Changed her whole attitude. So I started to notice, yeah, we can do things like this. We can stop and smell the roses, and because the Lord made all this for us. But we ought to know this right here has an ending point. And we got something more beautiful waiting on us. So within that, so our lifestyle becomes guidance to those that are seeking refuge from destruction that's about to come. Somebody got a precept down here? I heard somebody. All right, go ahead. Was somebody down here still reading? Okay, I got you next. All right, go ahead.
Ezekiel chapter 3, verse 17. Son of man, I have made thee a watchman to the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me.
And that's what we're set up here to do. We're set up as watchmen to give the warning of what's to come. All right? We got to bear that sword, man. Curses a man that draw his sword back from blood. Either they're going to listen or they're going to get cut up. It is what it is. And we can't pick and choose who, you know what I'm saying? It's all done by the Most High, man. So at the end of the day, we just got a job to do. Go ahead, Sean.
This is 1 Corinthians, the 2 Corinthians, chapter 1, verse 3. Blessed be Yahweh, even the Father of our Lord, Yahweh Shai Mashiach, the Father of mercies, and the God of all comfort, who comforted us in all tribulation, that we may be able to comfort them which are in any trouble by the comfort wherewith we ourselves are comforted of Yahweh. So again, just the brother, that the brother that just walked up, we had the ability, we had the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Mashai to be able to comfort him, and through the spirit of the Lord, he can be healed. He can get all his motor functions back, or whatever the case may be. He can and comfort other brothers and sisters and children of the Lord Yahweh Bashim Mashai, and get their and deliver their souls out of the wicked kingdom.
And that's beautiful, right? And we're gonna end it on that. That was beautiful, man. That's beautiful. We're gonna end it on that.
Next Saturday.
All right. So with that, we pray this lesson was edifying and served its purpose for the hopeful elect, the ones that truly believe in the name of Yahweh Shem Shai. We're gonna give all glory and praise to the Father and the Son and the Holy and the Spirit of Truth in the Hebrew tongue. We're gonna say, Kal, Halayim, La, Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Ha, Rakah, Quadash, Ma'amah. Double honor to the elder apostles, the great millstone, and our elder Herod one as well. Salutations to the Akim that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth, and peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai in sincerity and truth. All right, shalom. We didn't even really get into the lesson.